guy, I just can't figure out what's what.
Right. You don't know where he's at.
And he asks me questions, and he's like, he really wants to learn. He's like, how do you do this and that? And he's a bright guy, but that dress is,
You know what's embarrassing?
Maybe you should work at home.
You know what's embarrassing? Like, I know it's a privilege and an honor to be invited to scores. It's not just like you get.
It's really not that big a deal.
But no. But
I mean, to get invited, it's just we have hesitation. I'm not the only one.
But what I'm
there was a lot of discussion that you shouldn't be there.
But what I'm
Of
saying
course.
is like it's actually like it's embarrassing. Like especially when the new interns first start. Like, well, how come they don't take you to scores?
Right. Because look at you.
It's like the one guy that doesn't get invited to the high school party.
We have to ace you out
or something like that.
You were invited. This was your first scores
I
party.
gotta tell you, you'd have been invited way longer ago if you weren't sort of scary sometimes.
I don't think I really am that scary. I mean,
Benji, you can't be a judge. It's the reaction of other people to you.
Yeah, we can't tell what's going on inside your head. You could be going postal.
Look,
for
we
all
like
we
you
know.
and stuff, but in the past, and we've got you in the direction that you need to go in, but you've done some sort of oddly inappropriate things.
Right.
So we always get nervous that in that environment, maybe you can't control yourself.
no,
Right.
I can control
Or
it.
that you'll think, wow, if I do something really weird at scores, I'll
Hey,
have to talk about it.
How
Right.
Come up on the
really?
air.
Yeah. We're thinking, oh, guess what Benji did at scores?
At scores, you're not supposed to be thinking about Howard.
Right. Supposed to be thinking about chicks.
Listen, this was, I think, my integrity to wear something like this today. I probably knew
My integrity.
Yes, if I hadn't, I would have been letting you guys not celebrate who I really am and
You're
everything.
insulting us.
What?
Celebrate at home.
Yeah, why do you have to
Now
celebrate
you can't
here?
come.
I mean, it's like, do you think people shouldn't wear yarmulkes if they're Jewish or crosses? If
Oh, come on, Benji.
You're
You're insulting my
ego or
intelligence.
whatever.
Howard, he's been so upset that he hasn't been invited to scores.
Yeah, well, keep him out.
So now, Benji,
You can't blame me. Who knows what you're capable of
you
doing
can't blame
there?
you at all, Howard. But he showed up at my party in that.
Yeah.
And it's like all my block is there, and they gotta
Right.
see this wacko. It's just it's so disrespectful
And
to me.
John has no
And that's
sense.
John talking.
Yeah, and it's John.
Dude, you're walking around half naked,
with your pubic hair.
That's a
That's
weird look.
somewhat.
Right. But yet,
But I'm in a bathing suit, Howard. It's a beach party.
John's offended by how you look.
That's
Howard,
you've gone
he
over
sleeps
the
on
line.
my beach in that.
Right.
Sleeps on my beach.
Right, and who wants to waste time
In
explaining
that outfit,
him?
at 7 in the morning, wakes
Right.
up, comes to my house, and eats me out of house and home. But I mean, it's just,
The
If
girl
you're
I took
weird
to the party
John,
went crazy
you are
over this.
really weird.
Right.
The girl I took the party thought this was the most.
Yeah, but she's got
Has she even kissed you?
She's got a
Has
sense
she even
of,
kissed you?
He's got on a big green dress.
She hasn't even kissed him, Howard. She was going crazy over
and the
it.
girl he went
Yeah.
to the party with has a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
Right.
She went crazy over this because you look so goofy in it.
No, she said it looked hot in it.
Yeah, she was really proud to see you in it.
I wish she would tell
She
you
has
the
no
truth.
desire
If
to
she
be
was
with
your
you.
friend, she'd tell you the truth.
Let me see. What do you wear underneath it?
Just his underwear.
That's not
bathing
big.
suit.
No, it's
No, that's
underwear.
his underwear. Calvin
I
Klein.
got the same kind you do.
What, did Calvin Klein make underwear for Benji?
But it
No.
doesn't hit his waist at all.
No, his whole belly's hanging over.
It couldn't be a worse color. It couldn't be more wrinkled. It just could not be more disgusting.
It's a disgusting garment.
But then he's got to wear that little,
The shoulder thing.
That's like
the shawl.
To be honest, I wasn't sure where you're supposed to put this. When I got
Over your head.
I think it's supposed to go around your waist. If
He's
you
got a
want
shawl. I mean, you got to see this outfit.
Do you think that?
Do me a favor, stand over there so you can model the outfit.
It's a hospital gown with nice embroidery.
Right.
I wish a lot of tongue were here, and they would.
Look, you're so silly.
And maybe you could say that in front of me, but in front of them, you'd feel
Right.
so horrible.
Howard, do you think that if the one guy that's from the country that he's talking
Oh,
about...
come on, this is silly.
That guy's insulted.
I don't care. You want to keep showing up in dresses, show up in a dress. Maybe just don't come to scores.
Oh, please.
No, it's over.
it's like the clinger of
There's
the
no
show.
chance.
you know?
There's no chance.
Don't go to score.
Because I know what's going to happen. You're going to go to scores and dream up something stupid to do.
No.
Like you dreamt up wearing this dress.
Wait,
No,
I've been here like a year and 7 months or so.
It doesn't matter.
Always dream of
Do I
something stupid.
seriously? Do I ever really go over the line with
Yes.
you?
Yeah.
Like around you and stuff.
Yeah.
Nah, come on.
Right now you're doing it.
But you know what I mean?
Dude, you're wearing a dress. You're a man. You're a man.
not a dress.
You're a man.
It's not a-
I don't
You
care
know
what
what,
it
No,
is.
no, but Howard, it's to get attention. What is he going to do at scores to get
Right.
attention?
Well,
I mean,
Benji, what act could you do that would make us think that you're more normal? What could you do to get
Right.
into the party that would show how much you wanted to get in?
I could wear a suit to scores or something like that. I don't want to wear loose pants and stuff, but
Right.
But
Should always wear loose pants for lap dances.
Go try and find one of those.
but really, you know what?
I don't think they make pants big enough to be loose on you.
Nothing
John
that
took
Right.
me to a strip club once, and
Right.
he was like practice maybe for scores and everything. And
Yeah,
it
but-
wasn't a nice guy.
How did he
Did
behave?
you have a good time?
At the strip club.
Yeah, he was fine, but that's because but it was just me and him.
Right. No,
And-
it's going to be
and-
it's
and I
going to
was
be
watching
me,
him,
and it's going to be for the show.
But then you can't enjoy yourself because you got to watch
No,
it.
I know.
So
and-
even if he behaves, you're still sitting there
fact,
going,
Yeah, you
"What's he gonna
wasted
do?"
your day.
I just remember, what were my last words to you when you said, bring in Benjy? Should we bring him or not? My last words were, I'll be responsible for Benjy.
Right. Now you don't even want to be
See, now
responsible.
you got to watch him.
I
But you
would.
see, here's the deal.
How about if I bring some kind of security guard from?
No, here's the deal.
Nobody
making a
needs to
bit
be
out of it.
involved.
Everything-
We don't want to be with a security guard. We just go, and you want to know what we do?
I know,
None of us
I-
pay. No, I'm going to tell you. You've never been there.
I can imagine. It's
We don't
people,
pay
guys
attention.
hanging out.
We don't pay
Not
attention to
talking
one
each
another.
other
It's as if we
anyway.
went alone.
Like it's. We try to make it like. See, guys are different
And
than girls.
everybody has to be responsible for themselves. You don't want to be
Right.
worried about, well, when Fred broke his face,
Right.
that was another
But that's
thing.
different. It was his bachelor party.
But you don't
here's my
wanna be worried
point.
about it,
Here's my point. Girls get together. They need to interact. They need to be together. We go, and none
To
of
get
us.
away from each other.
We go to get away from each other. We don't even want to know each other at scores.
And then you come back and you talk about what you did while you were there because
Yeah.
neither one of you.
And then, like, I'll go,
Did.
hey, Jackie, how was it there? And Jackie go, I wasn't even there. And I'll go, oh, you left? He goes, yeah.
Robin, it's at the point where I have almost zero interaction with Howard because I
Right.
no longer even hand Howard his money.
Yeah, Lonnie
That's
handed.
Lonnie's job.
Oh, Lonnie gives you your money, you go off.
Lonnie always hands me my money. I don't want to deal with Gary.
Lenny's got this great move. He comes out with a stack of money, like from Goodfellas. It's like 3 inches
Right,
thick.
right.
And he just puts his thumb in the middle.
Right.
And half he gives to me for everybody. And the other half he just hands to Howard.
But you know not
That's
to
why I
bother
think you're having
anybody.
too many guys this time.
Why?
Because my stack
Your
never
stack
changes.
will be.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Howard
Your
doesn't
stack
care.
will be the same.
I don't care. Gary's stack is the problem.
You know, it's so funny. There's different people. There's some people who are high maintenance money wise.
Right.
There's one guy, I won't say his name, but he's so low maintenance. He just hangs out with one person
Who, Pat?
all the time. No.
No, okay,
Hangs
different
with
guy.
one person all the time.
Right.
This really attractive black woman.
Right.
And doesn't ask for much money.
Right.
And it's just like
Yeah.
he's
He's a great guy.
The best,
Yeah.
the easiest guy to deal with. I give him money because he doesn't hassle me.
Right.
Maybe like they could make a little roped off section. Then I'll just sit in. I won't
See.
leave the roped off
See.
section.
But see,
See,
you know,
that's the problem.
Benjy might try and save
You're
the
not
money
getting
for
it.
like food for the next day.
Yeah, I know.
You what I mean?
I just don't want to be embarrassed because
I
Lonnie.
wouldn't.
First of all, let me tell you something about Lonnie.
Right.
Lonnie is my most important friend.
I know.
All right. I love Lonnie more than I love myself.
I know that.
All right.
I've been aware of that.
Lonnie, who runs Scores, is the greatest human being on the planet.
I know that.
And if you did anything to offend Lonnie,
He'd throw you out.
I would be
number one.
so embarrassed.
And you know he's going to be there filling his pockets with shrimp.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
mean.
You know, and let me tell you something. And Lonnie has dealt with the worst of it. He's dealt with mob guys trying to shake him down. He's dealt with everything.
I just like I've been to scores.
He's dealt with everything.
I've been to scores for like when we've done like shoots at the for the show and everything.
Yeah.
Ask Lonnie. I've been to like like you
This
should be
is
to
different,
anybody,
though.
but I've been.
This
to,
is different.
I've been
I want to go.
definitely
This is a
gentleman.
private party, a gentleman's party.
You're no gentleman.
It's a tough.
Right.
It's a
You're not a gentleman.
It's a tough place to control yourself because it really is your
But
fantasy come to life.
I'm
Right.
honestly like
It's beyond your wildest
I
dreams.
have very good mental control, more than most people. I
Yeah.
no,
think.
you don't.
They could-
I really
you
do.
really
You
that
don't.
by his outfit today.
Yeah.
No, but
This is rejection, Benjy. Get used to it.
I've been used to it. My
All right.
But what
I wanted you there. I lobbied for you to be there.
please.
I really felt you should be there.
You just you did this to
You
yourself.
stick yourself
were
out of
in
it.
You stick yourself right into the garbage dump.
Isn't there a way like
I just don't think you exercise good judgment.
And that dress is the.
That dress epitomizes what I'm
Everything's
saying.
about getting attention, and in Scores, nobody wants attention.
Yeah, I want to go to Scores and never know you were there. And already it's like we got to get a special guard for you, a
Right,
special
so
this for
you're
you.
already talking
Well,
about
sir,
special
You're sucking the
attention
energy
for
out of it.
Benjy.
The
No,
smartest thing you
honestly.
could have done is walk in here and said, "You know what? I apologize. I bought this stupid piece of garbage. To
It's a
get
joke
attention,
on bad.
and it was a bad joke. Not
Right.
if the guys from were here.
Yeah.
You're not letting go of
You know
it.
what his problem is, Howard?
Right.
He loves Andy Kaufman, so he thinks he should never
Right.
give up the bid.
And he's
Right.
only doing it for us.
Yeah, and we don't know.
So we don't give up the bid either. You can't-
I mean, but I think going to
This is like
Scores-
breaking a horse, a wild horse.
You know what? I say to him that Eat Gong or whatever they are, they don't go to Scores.
Yeah, go to. Yeah,
Go to their strip club.
Oh.
You never get a bid in his mouth.
I think
You
you're
know-
great and everything. I wouldn't have hired you if I didn't think you were great. But as far as Scores goes, you got to understand something. I go to Scores, I literally don't know who's there.
I know.
I never interact with the guys.
I know.
And the guys don't interact with me. They're not interested in me. It's the best place for me to be.
In fact, what I do when I go,
Tell you, I went to a movie last night, right? So I figured, well, I'll take a cab. I don't want to get some car. Take a cab. People are bouncing off the streets. They're going wild. People are smacking me. I said, I got to get a car. The Scores is my refuge.
I know.
I go there. Nobody cares that I'm there. I sit, I relax, I have a drink.
I have an idea.
I don't even know who's in the club. Suddenly I'll be consumed that you're in the club.
No.
It'll ruin it for me.
I know,
Not for you, for me.
I know, like I
No,
have
no,
to-
Benji, you don't understand. It's not. You're not going to get in this week.
I know you.
Now you have to work to build.
Thank you.
I know.
the trust
no. I
again.
have an idea.
Scores is my fortress of solitude, and Lonnie is the gatekeeper.
I have an idea.
Imagine you say something inappropriate to Lonnie.
I believe me.
Lonnie's the Wizard of Oz.
Ask Lonnie. I'm always very much a gentleman. I mean,
Really?
you know, I very much so. Very much so. I mean, it's
Maybe Lonnie.
Will the shtick thing be off? for
Yeah,
Scores?
could you turn it off for Scores? Do you
I'm
understand?
telling you, it still will be in the back of your mind. Benji's here.
Right.
I would be so honored
Benji's
to be
here.
invited to Scores.
You won't be able to relax because Benji's here.
But like right now, my estimation of you is that you're doing a shtick, and okay, you're doing a shtick. So what happens when you go to Scores and you do a shtick, and we can't even convince you to stop?
Because we're not convincing you here.
Yeah,
You're going to ruin my day.
Exactly. Because even here, he won't admit it's a bit. To him, you know, so at
Right.
Scores, he won't admit it's a bit.
Right. See, that's my dilemma. I know you don't think it's a dilemma, but for me it is. I don't want to ruin Scores.
I understand that, and I hate.
You could be my Achilles heel
I
at
understand-
Scores.
I understand that.
He's never going
He
to
might go
Scores
through
and not
something-
enjoyed himself. This could be a first.
Right.
He might,
He might go
really
through
wanna
something
go to-
only Asian women could dance for him. He might go
Right,
through
right.
some
He might
like,
do
you know,
something.
you know, some weird thing about his.
yeah.
his
Or he
religion.
might just be like sitting at the bar staring at everybody.
Well, he might really want to go to Scores, but it'll never be on his priority list above airtime.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Listen. You know what?
For all
I
you
work
know,
really.
the
I
police
seriously
might have to come
Like
with
Right.
a lot of you know, my.
Fred, what do you think?
I think he's out of
Remember
his mind.
the other day?
He's out of his
Yes.
I talked to him about this last week. I had the same conversation with him because I heard about it at the party and go, Benji, he says, you're setting a bad example for everybody walking around this dress. And he's going, no, I really like it. And I said the same thing you guys are saying.
Right.
He's carrying this out. He doesn't realize it's a bad joke. And he should just stop it.
That would be like if you saw a nun and just say this is a bad.
You're not a
No.
It's not a religious thing.
If you wore a yarmulke to
sincere
work,
about
I
it.
understand that.
Howard.
If you wore, if you were really into this religion that you're wearing today,
It's not a religion. It's
whatever.
8 months ago, he had an African thing on. He was doing the same thing for that.
Right.
What is he like? You know,
Or how about when he shows up at the meetings with his sweatpants all rolled up
Yeah,
with the
the-
white socks and the sandals?
Like Howard, there's a guy.
But you know, the other day, the girl was in here.
Yeah.
She didn't know him from Adam. He freaked her out on the subway.
Yeah.
I would-
See what I mean? Now, that's
Howard,
a perfect example of what Robin just said.
Howard, I asked him about that too. He says he picks a girl on the subway. I don't know if he was
Yes, no, he told me
BSing me
this.
or not. He says he goes on the subway, he finds a girl to stare at.
yeah.
Right.
No.
See,
I pick
that's a
which
scary
car
guy.
I go on by like. Which
And you
girl
scared the
dresses
crap
most
out of
well.
that girl. So I take you to Scores. You're going to scare the crap out of the girls.
No.
The girls love us over there.
She didn't.
They treat us like we're God.
She wasn't scared that I
Yes,
was.
she
This is
was.
what she said. I asked her. I said, "Listen, first of all, do you think I'd ever intentionally scare someone?" Do I
Yes.
think that?
No,
I
not
would.
intentionally.
No, not
I wouldn't.
intentionally, no.
And I
I
asked,
think he would.
I asked
Yeah,
her.
for a goof.
For a goof, yeah.
I asked her. I said, "Like, were you scared of me?" She goes, "No, I wasn't scared you could do anything to me. I thought you were going to shoot up the
All right.
subway or something."
All right, whatever. Listen, you need
That's not
that's
scary.
better.
you need to go chill out.
Instead of a rapist, you're a serial killer.
You know, you're so big and fat now. You take up way too much room anyway at Scores.
Listen,
Fill that
I
whole
would
room up there.
to show you my devotion to how much I.
I
wanna
know
get
you're
to
devoted.
Races. Like, send me out to go find you anything in the world.
Oh, I know.
Right now,
I know
I'll
there
find
isn't a thing you want to do for the show, and I wanted to reward you. I wanted to
But wait
bring
a
you to
minute.
Scores.
He's
But
missing something.
Yeah.
The thing he could do, he won't do.
which is be normal for
Be
5
normal.
minutes.
And admit you're doing shtick.
Do you want me to rip off the doo-doo and stuff?
No.
I mean,
No, I don't want you to rip off the doo-doo.
Apologize.
I don't want you to apologize. I don't mind you wearing the doo-doo. I just don't want you going to Scores. It's not the right place for you.
Oh, please. It'd be such an honor. Like, I'd feel finally like, this is what I would do.
All right, let me- you know,
I would
now-
sit-
Benji, you have a choice
I'd
to
keep
make.
my eyes closed.
You have a
I wouldn't-
choice to make.
See, I hope
You can be this Benji, or you can be Scores Benji.
Right. You got to choose one or the other.
So he might overcompensate now, and now he might just stand there like this the whole time.
Yeah, and now he's going to freak us out.
No.
Benji, buy a few shirts that fit you, wash them,
Yeah,
wear them,
yeah.
change
You know what?
occasionally, and come
I'm
maybe next time.
listen, I'm into your character. I've never once said to you, don't wear these clothes. I'm just telling you,
It ain't going to get you into school.
I'm just telling you, it Scores, you're too weird.
Can I just ride over with you or something and then leave or sit on the curb?
No.
Here we go.
don't ride
See?
over
See?
See?
Sit in front of the curb. Sit in front of Scores.
Yeah,
That's what
that'll be a good. That'll be like a barbershop Indian to indicate to everyone that we're there.
Howard, can I say one more
Yeah.
thing?
Can you be further from the point?
Jackie brought up a good point. You know what? I've been meaning to talk to you about this, and it's always uncomfortable to talk about it off the air, so let's
Sure.
just do it on the air.
Good.
I know you don't make a lot of money,
Right.
but I know people who have had the amount of money that you make, and they've been able to pull this off. You really got to sort of go to a regular clothing thing, not the same clothing every day. And I know
Howard,
look, Benji,
someone
there are better
here-
looks for you than this.
No, but
Someone here emailed me and said, please
That was a
tell
long time
Benji
ago.
that he smells.
No, I
and
don't
it's really
know.
I don't even have a problem with the smell thing. I
Right.
can tell
you're
you,
dealing
I've
with
never
it.
smelled him.
Right.
I've never smelled him, but I have seen him wear the same shirt 5 days in a row, inside out.
Right.
And sometimes I have to have you give coffee to guests, or sometimes I have to have you talk to a publicist. And I'm not even asking you to go out and buy a suit. Just get like a decent shirt that you get 4 of them so that you could rotate them and wash
I've been
them.
planning to do that.
Right.
And pants and stuff.
What is
How
it,
long has it
Angie?
been
I
planning?
gave a whole bag of clothes of mine.
Oh,
That was
Ganji's
so
old clothes.
I can't hear you. What?
I gave Benji a whole bag of clothes of mine that kind of were still new that I just kind of didn't like anymore. That were
Right.
still good. I've never seen.
But I don't think you can fit into them.
I think they were Ganji when he was fatter.
Yeah, I
Right.
could do a loose on
They
Benji.
were like heavier stuff.
Right. Why don't you wear Ganji's clothes?
I did for a while, and they stopped fitting.
Oh.
All right.
People send-
Let me ask you a question. How much would it take for you to go out and get a couple of shirts? If I gave you,
No, you don't have to give me anything.
I would like to.
I'll pay for the
I would
shirts.
like to because you work hard for me. You do things for me.
I'm with you. I'll pay for the shirts.
give
But
you,
he's spending his money on the doo-doos.
If
Right.
it's a concern of yours, that's a job thing. I understand that. All you have to do is tell me.
It's not a money thing, guys. You guys are way
Yeah,
off base. It's
right.
not a money
He
thing.
wants to
it's
be
not at all
No,
a money
I
thing.
do need money.
He's dreaming of getting on
Howard,
the
I've
air.
discussed with him. He says the reason why he wears that same
I
shirt
don't
is
mind that he.
likes
I
it.
don't mind that he wears that. I'm
Howard.
just saying it's a Scores issue. Scores is a special
You
place.
gotta trust the guys.
And
Yeah.
you
You gotta have a basic trust in the guys that you're going
Yeah,
with.
I don't trust him.
Yeah.
And Benji, you got to stop bathing in the men's room. Like
I'm
walk in
washing
and
your
see-
hair in the kitchen
Yeah.
sink.
The only time I've done that.
You're a loose cannon.
If I've had like a lot of sweat or something, I've just washed off the sweat.
Because you know what I say to people about you? People always ask me, "What's up with that guy?"
Right.
And I say, he's a researcher. He's brilliant, and it's always he's weird, blah blah blah. But he's really good at what he does.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta explain why he's here.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a talented guy. Listen, I believe in you. How many interns have I ever hired?
I'm very proud
You hired
of
John.
everything.
There we go.
Well, John had a stutter. That's why I hired him.
okay.
No, I hired you because you're so great in the office.
Howard, you hired John before you ever saw him.
Right. You were hired the day I heard you were a stutterer. And that's the bottom line. Big fan. Let me tell you, like John has bad judgment and stuff, but like he's got almost as bad judgment as you.
But he knows the line.
Yeah, he knows how to behave at Scores. I got to hand it to
He
him.
excels at scores.
Yeah, in fact, it's the one thing he does right.
One place he
He
shines.
excels.
He's better than everybody else.
It's gotten so crazy in Scores that everybody moves around. People like get up and do stuff. And if I hear Howard's voice, I pick up and move like 10 seats away.
Right.
I don't want to bother him.
Right. I don't want to know who's there.
I don't want to. I don't want to
And
be part
Benji
of.
wouldn't know how to not do that. Not be in your way.
Right.
Who do you think
I'm there to meet special ladies.
Who do you think?
And you know what? And if he came now every 5 minutes, he'd be over like, "How am I doing, Howard?"
Yeah, right.
No. Howard, who do you think is more important to me, you or a Scores girl? In
It's
reality?
not about that.
It's
You're
not about
supposed to
that.
think
No,
about
no,
how
It's not that important anything. You just whacked out of your head. Rob, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard,
Yeah.
what more of an insult would it be than to have me take Benji's place in Scores?
I tell you, all right, you want to go?
Yes, definitely.
Don't let it happen.
You might as well take Benji's place.
That'd be great.
No, we don't know you.
What are you wearing?
You know you less than Benji.
I'm not
Although
wearing a dress.
I would take a risk on you. He's not wearing a dress.
But I'll tell you about Benji. It is true. You're almost there thinking, okay, I understand who he is.
Right.
And then he'll just do something and you go, I don't know him.
We
I don't know
were
what he's
all set
capable
today.
of.
In fact, Gary said to me, "Are you going to tell Benji today he's going to Scores?" I said, "Yes." I want to tell him today that he's in at Scores
In fact,
for Friday.
Here's his perfect
And
example.
then you heard about this.
And then I said, "No." And then I said, well, "Okay, let me." And then when he walked in, I just said, "What am I nuts?"
Comes in clicking.
He's crazy.
Hey, Howard,
Bad luck.
here's a perfect
Holiday.
example.
Right.
Like 6 months ago, Benji comes up and he says, "My sister's coming up. Can I bring her by?" So he brings her by. I meet his sister. She's intelligent.
Right.
She's got a great job. She's articulate. She's very normal.
Right.
So I'm thinking, hey, Benji's a normal guy, and then he does wacky stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. He always does something that just goes, "Ew."
You blew it.
But in my interaction with
See,
him,
Howard,
aren't
he's
I
still
always
happy
like a
about
gentleman
this.
type person.
Yeah, he loves
He's still
it.
having. He doesn't.
All right,
It's a
listen.
half hour on the air.
All right,
Yeah, he
it's
doesn't
enough.
care about
And
the
you know what? And it's too long. There are people waiting to hear
I understand.
interesting things.
I understand.
He's Melrose with a job.
Right.
Listen, no stunts, no things, anything. Just to show you how sincere I am. Can't you give me some sort of challenge between now and Friday?
No,
No.
it's not about a
sort of-
challenge.
No.
Some sort of.
All right. Thank you, Benji. We'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Would you
All
wear
right.
a hollowed out watermelon on your
Here's
head?
Lonnie from Scores.
Do any good.
Hi, Lonnie.
Hi, Howard, my king.
Yes. Oh, please. You flatter me, Lonnie. Don't even say that.
I have a possible solution.
Yes.
You know how we put you and all the important people in the private president's club.
Yes.
I could.
Is that what that's called, the President's Club where we sit?
Oh, yeah.
What president has been in there?
It's got to be Bill Clinton. It's the only president I know that would sit in that room.
Presidents.
You know, by the way, Lonnie, let me correct you. You're the king. I am but a prince.
You are but a subject.
I'm a subject of you. Anyway, yes, Lonnie, go ahead.
Howard, we could put Benjy in a separate room, let's say the smaller vice president's club.
And try him out.
All by himself?
I could put Big John, a 6'10" bouncer, right by him.
Right.
He's not allowed to leave his private room.
Well, that's not fun.
I could give him 4 or 5 girls. He'll never want to leave the room.
That's a reward.
That's a reward.
I want that.
You know, that's like coming to America.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wear a dress
When they punish Arsenio Hall by sending him back to the hotel to get bathed by 2 women.
Right.
Sir.
Go ahead. It's Lonnie.
Oh.
Yes, Lonnie.
I just want, Sir Lonnie. I just wanted to make it clear,
Mr. Hamill.
you're one of the friendliest people I've ever met in my life, and that's no joke. And you're always very sweet to us. But haven't I been a gentleman whenever I've been in your presence?
Howard, I would say he has been a gentleman, but he is a little weird. That I have to admit.
Even
See?
Lonnie's a little leery of him.
Yeah. And Lonnie's seen it all.
You have to see him in the dress, Lonnie.
You freaked out, Lonnie.
Lonnie's seen every deviant on the planet, and he's putting a guard on Benjy.
Right.
Howard, there was one occasion when Benjy had to come by with a microphone to tape something for radio. It was Gary the retard's birthday.
Yes.
So I had the two of them in a private room because we wanted to tape Gary getting his big birthday dance.
Right.
Yes.
So I took a really beautiful blonde and I said to her, there's a microphone but no camera, so you can get naked and have a great time. He's retarded, but he's gentle. He won't touch you. He's fun.
He's
Go
entitled.
in there and give him a dance.
Yes.
And when I walked in a couple of minutes later, she had gone to Benjy thinking he was the retard.
Is that true? That is true.
Enough said.
Lonnie told me the next day. He was cracking up.
That's a beauty.
She ignored Gary the retard and took care of Benjy.
He looked more normal than Benji.
All right, what if we did this?
Don't do anything, because I'm telling you.
I'll be sorry.
It's in my heart.
Let him work his way back into your good graces by
I'll tell you what.
controlling himself here.
Robin, I, if we put Benjy in a separate room, I can guarantee that he will not interact with Howard or
I know what to
anybody
do.
else.
Go ahead,
I know
Gary.
what to do. Benji's
Give him a starter kit.
No, here's what you do with Benji.
Score starter kit.
I was actually thinking about this anyway.
Right.
You know how there's 2 levels in the President's Club?
Yes.
Benji is relegated to the lower, much more well-lighted and area where I can keep an eye on him better.
All right.
At lower level.
But somebody's got, the whole.
But that's okay, because I'm running around a lot anyway.
They're rewarding his behavior.
I
what
know.
they're doing.
This is, you're all making a
But
mistake.
Jackie, you act like I'm doing a crime or something
you're
like that. I
making
mean,
a
it's not like
Robin, I'm going to leave the decision up to Robin.
Oh, Robin.
Making a mistake.
You know what, Robin?
Benji is out of control.
Robin.
You know what?
Out of
Robin.
control. He
Robin.
doesn't know what to do
Robin,
with himself at any given
Well,
moment.
I was going to abide by Robin.
I take into account
You're not
the fact-
helping him.
Yeah, it is stupid behavior. I think that he's pretty scared, and you have to take into account that the guy does not make a lot of money, and he does work hard for us.
I know he works hard.
So sometimes you want to help a guy out.
You just don't want to ruin scores.
See, Robin,
That's
you don't,
what I'm saying.
You don't
what I
understand.
do,
You don't reward him.
Scores is the most important place on the planet.
Robin's not a guy, though. She doesn't understand.
I know exactly what you guys.
She doesn't want to ruin
about.
scores. She's thinking like a guy.
It's supposed to be for adults.
You know what? You're right. You're right, Robin. I go with Robin.
I got a
It's
solution.
not supposed to be for some wacky kid who'll ruin the place.
I mean, look how Lonnie rolls out the red carpet.
I won't.
I don't want to blow that over Benjy.
He's the guy who ends Woodstock with the bonfire.
Right.
No.
Let Benjy show up at 3 o'clock.
Go ahead.
And just
When it's over?
When it's over.
It's not over.
And see if he lights a fire.
But, so he can get a taste of what it's like. He can't ruin anything.
All right, Benjy, I will talk to you off the air about
Or
this.
the other solution is have him come at the beginning and only stay half an hour and then leave.
Or the best solution is like, you know how guys who work in a freezer,
Right.
15 minutes in, 45 minutes out?
Right.
That's what we
Yeah, we'll work out some arrangement. Lonnie.
How about letting him stand at a glass and watch?
Right. Lonnie.
I would do that.
Lonnie.
Yes.
I might bring him, but you might have to assign
That guy
to
him.
in the vice president's room.
Big bouncer.
Okay.
All right, Lonnie. Thank you for Lonnie. I'm so sorry to have troubled you with this.
See, it shouldn't be any trouble. That's the whole point.
Right. I certainly hope that I haven't opened up Pandora's box.
No,
so to
absolutely
speak.
not. And I will promise you that Benjy will not interact with anyone. We will keep him separate.
Thank you so much, Lonnie. I'm so sorry that you had to be burdened with our problem.
Hey, Lonnie, how's this party going to be?
He's a bountiful king.
Well, I'm thinking about bringing in 200 women, so everyone's so mesmerized, nobody will notice anything with Benjy at all.
I could wear those when you put your dog in the yard, you have a choke collar and a chain.
Yeah.
You can only go 5 feet in a direction. I'd be happy to do that.
See, already you're blowing it. Just shut your mouth.
Again,
You're goofy.
This is what I'm telling you. This is who he is.
I would sit at scores. I would just sit. I would
Robin,
say
you know what
thank
this
you,
is?
and that's all.
Everything's an agenda with you.
This is Lucy pulling away the football from
Yes.
Charlie Brown.
All right,
The
listen.
whole point is that Benjy doesn't hear a word you're saying.
Lonnie,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you, Howard.
I'm so sorry this had to occur. This is ridiculous for a man of your importance to be even bothering with it. This is like the President of the United States worried about who's going to be playing tennis on the tennis court at the White House.
Right, Lonnie should be sleeping right now.
Right. You know what, Benjy? I blame you for Lonnie having a very, very hard day because he's tired now.
Now he's got to be concerned with taking care of Benjy.
Lonnie, would you have been asleep?
I am great. I'm thrilled that you're
All right.
coming, and it's going to be a wonderful party, and that's what
If in any way Benjy cost you an ounce of sleep, he's banned.
Let me ask you something seriously. Like, do you think Lonnie will ever be a saint? Seriously.
You see what I mean?
You see, I'm trying to tell
Now I'm
you
going to blame
this.
Howard.
You know what? You lost me now.
We're going to blame you, Howard.
I was trying to tell you guys this. You don't know Benjy.
No, Rob.
Benjy, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen me speak to anybody with such reverence before? Is there any person on this planet that I sit and blow smoke up their ass more than Lonnie?
Robin.
No.
I'm just teasing.
Not even Robin. Lonnie is the most important man in my life.
I see that. and
Robin
I
is
feel
the
that.
second most important man in my life.
I see that, and I feel that, and I understand that.
Well, Howard, I know of 200 beautiful dancers, and you are the most important person in their life.
Thank you, Lonnie.
On Saturday night, the syndicated show comes on TV. We actually have to stop the music, turn up the volume on the TV, and the dancers just worship you and watch that incredible show on Saturday.
Thank you so much,
I'm
Lonnie.
not believing you.
Lonnie.
Wow.
Lonnie, maybe we'll put you in the room with Benjy.
He's doing more shtick than Benjy.
Well,
Right.
that
Lonnie,
would've-
thank you, though.
Other than that,
Lonnie, I apologize for this interruption in your day.
it's just fantastic that you guys are coming. It will
Thank
be
you.
incredible.
Thank you so much, Lonnie.
Thank you.
What do you think Lonnie's on?
Ecstasy.
All right, listen, I am not spending any more time with you. Sandra Bernhardt is waiting to talk to me.
She's hot.
She's what?
Hot.
Hot. She wouldn't look at you.
Oh.
She looks at chicks. She's got the hottest chick, Sandra Bernhardt. There's a chick. Now, there's a chick who should go to Scores with us.
Oh,
She knows
yeah,
how to
I'm sure
party.
she'd enjoy herself. She'd know how to do it.
I would love to go. Where is she? Is she in New York? Or is she on...
Yeah, she should be because she's doing a show in Jersey and then one
Honey.
on out in the Hamptons.
Sandra, where are you?
I'm right here, baby.
Yeah, I mean, are you in New York?
Yeah, of course I'm in New York.
You want to go to Scores?
I'd love to go back to Scores. I had one of the best nights of my life at Scores.
All right, do me a favor.
Of course, I was pregnant and my tits were big, and it's a little different situation.
Howard, don't you remember that Ralph came back with her really sexy underwear one night?
Yeah, I came back with my velvet bra, which I had to come over and steal
So she
back.
knows how to party. She wouldn't bother her. She thinks like a guy.
Love that.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're not available
Wait,
on
I think like a guy. Howard, what are you talking about?
You're a
You out of
guy.
your
I like
fucking
that.
mind?
I like a girl who thinks like a guy. You're such a man, and I love it. I love it. Listen, do me a favor. I got to put you on hold. Go do something for a while because I got to do some commercials.
Well, how long am I going to be on hold?
A couple of minutes.
Oh, honey, you're so full. It'll be at least 15 minutes. all the stuff you're pimping over there, honey.
All right, so
I wish I had all that stuff to pimp.
I know. Could you just do me a favor because I don't want to rush through this.
Okay, baby.
All right, hold on.
I'll hold on.
All right. Sandra Bernhardt.
Yeah.
Promoting something.
She's got some shows coming up.
Yeah. I say we take her to Scores.
Yeah, I just don't know if she's available on Friday because she's busy this weekend.
Well, she'll be available. She's hornier than a man.
Find out. You find out.
She's hornier than Benjy.
She has a reason to wear a dress.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be back right after this.
Benjy, man, what's wrong with you?
Just do me a favor because I don't want to rush.
No,
You're blowing it.
It's like I said, it's a gung holiday. It's a collar high gag. That's why I dress like this. If people are offended by it, I feel bad by it and everything. But
Are you upset that you blew your chance to get in the Scores?
I'm very proud that I was gonna be invited and everything. But it's really sad. It's just depressing. It's not so much going to Scores. It's more almost. It's like which would be fun in itself. But it's being invited. That'd be
You
so
were
great.
almost part of the team and you blew it.
I know.
How do you feel?
It's really sad. It's like when someone breaks up with you. Almost that's how I feel.
So what are you going to do to change it?
Huh? I don't know. You know, I felt, I really felt bad. Like Robin, I thought she really liked me, and I thought I really talked to her. I thought she really, in her heart, knows that, like,
Do you understand why you blew it?
I understand what they're saying. I understand what they're saying.
And how is that going to change your actions now?
Well, I would feel. I mean, if I'm not supposed to celebrate like other, holidays of other cultures and everything. Mainstream like Judaism, mainstream Christianity, mainstream Muslim, that's all accepted. But when you're a minority religion, people don't respect it and everything. Which that's their decision. But
you're really alone in your views, aren't you?
It's just funny. I saw Andre lean down some little kid explaining something about me or something.
Benjy, so you got what you want today?
No, what I want. This is.
You got your airtime. You got what you want. Yeah, you got your shtick, and it worked.
What I wanted to do is to quietly celebrate.
You're so thick, man.
All right.
We need to just stop it.
It's so thick.
I wanted to quietly celebrate the.
Quietly, you're wearing a big neon sign. There's no such thing as quiet with you.
This is the way my people dress during a Kalahari Kaikai.
Not at all. I think you forgot one part. I think
how long did it take?
Stick on your forehead.
How long did it take you to just figure out how to say Kalahari Kaikai or whatever?
I mean, ever since I've known about Gung, it's something I do every time. It's the right time of the year and everything.
Are you gonna tell me this? This is the first year you've practiced this?
I didn't. I practiced this. Last year. When there was a spotted moon and everything, I didn't wear this to the show because I didn't have a doo-doo at that time, and two, I was actually with an employee here, and I didn't feel like totally comfortable. I actually took that day off and everything. I took it as a religious holiday off.
Let me ask you a question. When you rehearse yourself, like, into the shtick that you're gonna do,
it's not
like, do you ever like question like how stupid it is?
That would be like you. Like, I don't know. You're Jewish, right?
You're full of shit.
That would be like you on Yom Kippur. Like, not eating for a day, and say, why are you doing that shtick of not eating and everything?
But your shtick, it's your shtick, and you won't admit it. It's like a funny bit you got on the air, but just admit it. Admit it. You're like a smart guy. So you do this great research, and you're up here in the level of research, and you come in like this, and you put yourself like in the dirt. I'm serious. I'm being serious with you. You just like, it's like everyone out here is like,
well,
what a dope.
Well, I mean,
I like you, and then
thanks.
like, you come in and do this, I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you?
Thanks.
And you're insulting them by not saying, just say, dude. All right, I'm kidding around. It's funny, right? You're not a gaggy googie gaggy.
I'm not. It's not. You don't know what he just said to me. That's so offensive. I mean.
I'm done. Benjy, we'll talk later.
All right,
Benjy. So Benjy, now how do you solve this problem? What are you gonna do?
How
are you gonna try to get into scores now?
No. It's Howard's. It's Howard's decision. If he feels. What I would hope that in his heart, and maybe he's being honest, but I would hope in his heart. He knows I would act like a gentleman in scores, and that I would, I know the parameters of good behavior, and I'd be well within them. And I hope in his heart he would know that. Maybe he's being honest that he doesn't and everything, but I'm a nice guy.
All right, Benjy. Well,
all right, thanks.
Good luck trying to get into scores. All right, ever.
Thank you. You want me to do a blessing over you?
Yeah, could you?
Just 45 minutes guaranteed. That's right. If you don't.
That's a blessing.
What's that? No. I'll do it over your head. You want me? Here. Let me do it over your head. Lahad lakrat kwai kwai nikra desamon ete. So.
And what does that mean?
Huh? It's just kind of hoping the day good. None of the evil things will take over your day and everything. It's like it's not exactly a religious thing, but it's like if I say to you like carry a rabbit's foot, that type of thing.
Oh, so. All right, Benjy. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Benjy, do me a favor. Let me see a little modeling here. Give me a little spin.
Freezing.
Just stand there and spin.
Yo, Mr. Racially sensitive.
I didn't talk like that, yo, but I've talked like a black guy.
I don't. Hey man, come on, Irvin, don't do that to me, man. That's how I talked for 3 years.
That's why they beat you.
They hate that more than anything.
No, they don't. Everybody talks. They talk like that, and they're not from the South.
So you were the original wigger?
Yep.
Hey man,
What do you know?
No,
I was such a wigger.
He didn't
Wrong.
dress the way they did.
I was such a wigger.
His parents wouldn't let him.
I was such a wigger that, I mean, I can't even do it no more. Man, come on, man, I didn't tell Mr. Egg about you.
If he had ever done it, he'd be able to do it.
I swear, come on. Well, in fact, when you first met me, you remember how good a black impression I used to do? That's like wearing off now. I was the wigger. And you went to Union Dale. Didn't you start talking black?
Well, you do.
I had it just out of self-defense.
Only when you're around black guys, you start talking because you feel like, you know,
like I was in a class, and the teacher couldn't calm the kids down, so she said, we're going to have music.
It's like going to France. You speak French.
Right. She said, you're going to have Music Appreciation Day, because none of the kids could calm down in class. Everyone bring in their favorite record. So Stupid asked me, all the kids have brought in, like, Motown, you know, Diana Ross, and
Otis
Temptations, Otis Redding.
Wilson Pickett.
Yeah. Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
I get in there. I just discovered Sgt. Pepper's that summer. And I get up and I go,
obviously it can't.
I'm like, well, man, I found this really here good record, you know, and he told me like this, and I said, this is a really good record, and this here Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and you had to stand up in front of the class and put it.
Put the needle on?
Yeah, and meanwhile your hand is shaking. You put your hand on on the record. You can't even cue up the record, and then I start playing, you know, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts. I thought they were going to kill me. Everyone started booing, and then I learned that I bring in, like, Motown, which I did. Hey, man, I really did, because I felt self-conscious bringing in a Motown record. I really wasn't into Motown. I was into the Beatles.
And it might seem patronizing.
Yeah, right. So I was sensitive to that.
Why couldn't you stand up there and stand up for what you believe? This was the music you liked.
Man, I discovered the Beatles, and you had to talk like this, you know.
Oh, stop
No, that's how you talk, man. That's how you talk, like this.
They were beating you anyway. You might as well talk like a white
but you
person.
try to fit in. Like, even in class, when the teacher would call on you, it was cool to be, like, really stupid. Because if you acted like you knew the answer, all the kids would goof on you. So I'd be like, hey, man, I don't know what that is. You had to talk like that. You have to talk stupid.
Say what?
Yeah, say what, man? No one said say what back then, though. That wasn't the expression.
Oh, that was...
No.
Before.
That was Jackie's expression.
Yeah. Say what? But it was weird. It was weird. And I remember, like, when I see white kids, I talk white, and then I would talk black when I was in school. Hey, man. Hey, man, how you doing? How you doing, man? Hey, Irvin, come on, man. Come on, man. I gotta eat my lunch, too.
How come we can't find this Irvin? You know, we've looked for him a number of times.
I know. I don't know his last name.
You are lying, I think.
Why would I lie to you? How could you make that up?
Because you read it in a book, just like that Vietnam stuff.
There's a lot of guys. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No. This is my personal Vietnam. There's another guy who beat me up, but I don't know if I want to say his full name. His name is Ronald, but have I said his full name?
No, I think you're talking about Zany.
No, Zany Evans never beat me up.
Oh, no.
He was just wild. There was a guy who used to beat me up named Ronald Nipper. I guess it's okay to say his name. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, what are you doing? If he beat you up, he beat you up.
I just don't really want to run into him again. He used to beat me up a lot.
We can't find these people.
Did I ever tell you that?
The guy used to steal my salad. Like, if I got by him by lunch money, he'd come over and just take his hand.
But wouldn't you like to ask them what the hell they were beating on you for?
I know why they were beating on me. But
I mean, just to hear them say it, you know.
Yeah.
What was it?
Well,
why
find
did you pick on me?
Well, why don't you go undercover and find these guys?
Did I ever tell you that I got beat up in 9th grade bad, that I had to get stitches, and I got beat up in front of the entire school?
Oh.
Look,
teachers, too?
Yeah, it was at an assembly.
Oh,
I got beat up at an assembly. So the whole school was assembled.
And did the teacher stop it?
Yeah, I bled all over. I almost got my nose broken. I ended up getting 5 stitches over my eye, but I bled all over.
Black guys?
No, one black guy.
Right.
I ended up bleeding.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what he did? I ended up bleeding.
Black guys can fight, man. Oh, can they fight? God bless them.
One black guy was like a gang on gang.
It is, though. You know what? Listen, I fought a lot of black guys. And when I say I fought, I hardly put up a fight.
It's not like you're a great boxer or anything, though.
These guys were like professional boxers. They could move so fast. I used to see guys coming at me like this. I swear to God, they'd come up, and they were so wiry and everything. They'd just go, pow, pow, pow. Just all of a sudden, it would be like, whoa, I just took 3 hits to the head.
He's right. They were all Sugar Ray Leonard.
They fought each other, and then they'd get a hold of you and fight you.
Robert, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Those
you look like I don't know black people.
You don't. We have to teach you.
You know those lunchroom tables that come out of the wall?
Yes.
So what happened when you got beat up?
Okay, you know those lunchroom tables that come out of the wall?
Yeah.
I was sitting at one of those, and the guy that beat me up had been in the school for a week. He came from the city or from Queens or somewhere.
Yeah.
He was new to the school. So we were watching this movie in assembly, and I'm tapping my pen, and he said, hey, stop tapping your pen.
Hey, man, stop tapping your pen, man.
And I said, I ignored him, and then he called me a name, and I called him a name, and he called me a name. And then,
you fought back.
No.
You said names back. You're a jackass. You never say anything back.
So that was like it, right? So then I just put my head down. We're watching the movie, so I put my head down.
Kick your ass.
And he came up from behind. I was in one of those things you couldn't get out of.
Yeah.
So he started punching me from behind, and then he took my head. I swear to God, I'm not making this up. He took my head and he started smashing it against one of those lunchroom tables.
Oh, man.
So I ended up getting stitches in the eye, but my
Now, let me ask you something. And what happens to the kid who does this? Nothing, right?
We both got suspended for 2 days.
You got suspended.
For you.
You know why? Because they were afraid to suspend the black guy without suspending the white guy.
I never threw a punch because I just never got out of the chair. You know what I mean?
And they suspended you.
But what they did is...
nowadays, parents are smart. They just sue the family, they sue the school, they sue everybody.
I'll tell you what happened.
I could have been a millionaire.
The principal of the school came over to my house.
For the amount of beatings I took, I could have sued Roosevelt.
Where were you going to get the money?
Roosevelt's
You'd
public
have been
schools.
owed the money.
Well, I could have been owed money at least. I would have theoretically on paper been a millionaire.
The principal of the school came over to my house and said, "You're not suspended, but we'd like it if you stayed home for 2 or 3 days because we don't want a race riot." That's what he said. It was
to make it look good.
Because it was like the school was like 50-50. They didn't want to turn it to a whole thing.
Yeah.
But
God forbid common sense should rule.
The music teacher, the music teacher is the one who ended up getting over there, and my nose was like bleeding like crazy. I thought it was broken. And I bled all over this guy's suit. I mean, people said, like, I don't remember.
Were you,
I was
drunk?
I was dizzy, but they said there was blood all, the janitor yelled at me when I came back.
See, I would have taken that guy. I would have taken that guy if it was, if I was the governor, I'd have him executed because he is worthless.
But he was one of those guys that was like, he was so much bigger than ninth graders.
Go to school with him every day.
Well, my eye.
That's why schools suck.
My eye closed and changed colors like in Rocky. It was like purple one day and then yellow. It literally closed. And I had to go back to school with one eye.
And I'll tell you something. That's why I said to my mother, how the hell can you be doing this to me? Are you out of your friggin' bird? Why you put me through hell?
What did your parents do when you came home?
Well, his parents had no money.
No. We ended up, my mother was freaking out because she had to come to get me at the school so she could bring me at the hospital because the school doesn't want to start stitching you up or anything. They don't want to be responsible.
Right.
So they said, come and get your kid really quick and take him to the hospital. So I went to the hospital and I got stitches. And then myself and my father and the other guy and his father had a meeting with the principal. And the other guy's father was very, belligerent and very,
What do you say, my son?
He was angry at me because, of course...
Hey, man, he started.
So it was
you can't argue with that logic. What is it, Stuttering John? What are you waiting for?
Oh, we got a black woman on the phone who's upset with you promoting racism.
I'm promoting racism. Hey, I live this.
You got to that point.
Darling, how did you get to that point that I'm promoting racism?
Hello?
Yeah.
Howard, listen, I listen to you. I'm your biggest fan, but
no, you're not.
You really need to stop. You really do.
Please.
No, first of all, wait. What was that statement that somebody talks black and talks white? And then you're doing...
You don't know what that means?
No,
You've never heard that before?
Amos and Andy impression.
Hey, that's how I talked in Roosevelt.
No. I have a brother who just graduated Cornell Law. He does not talk black.
He doesn't,
okay?
but go to Roosevelt. Everyone talks that way.
No. See, that's an economic and a cultural thing. Just because you and Boy Gary were raised in poor neighborhoods, and that's truly the root of your problem, does not mean there are blacks out there who don't
Darling,
talk.
I am sure there are, but I didn't grow up with them.
Well, that is it's an economic...
When I lived in Roosevelt, I had to talk that way. That's the way everyone talks.
He didn't have to talk that way. That's the way he chose to talk.
That's the way you chose to talk because that's the way you had to survive. But believe me, I'm sure that there were blacks who held their head high and who could afford to get out of that neighborhood, even though your parents couldn't.
Tell me something I don't know. Oh, you're so silly.
But you...
Oh, I'm not going to listen to that. She just interrupted a great conversation with a dumb comment.
So, anyway, the end of the story was I stayed home from school for 3 days.
It's like Oprah. You see Oprah on her TV show? She gets an all-black audience there right away. She's like, honey child. Girlfriend. She goes, look at Dionne Warwick. Girlfriend. All of a sudden, when she's on that stupid show, that psychic show, she should be in jail for that show. That's got to be illegal.
Hey, she's not putting a gun to anybody.
They should lock her up. Man, you're taking advantage of dopes. Honey, I just got a prediction. My next album's going to go gold.
Oh, how was the reading?
But every time I see that Psychic Friends Network, I draw bars on my set and pretend what it'd be like to see Dionne Warwick behind bars. That the FCC don't look into.
Well, she's moving to Brazil, I hear.
Good.
With all the money, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why they don't have extradition laws.
Yeah. I guess it's not illegal to get into psychic readings.
$3.99 a minute.
We ought to take a break and do the news. I don't know. Anyway, so much for shop teachers. Hey, I saw Burt Reynolds on... Well, I'll tell you this in a minute.
Okay.
All right. Let's take a break and do the news next.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. Howard Stern Show.
All right. Let me tell you about Snapple, of course. See, Snapple's been with us for, 12 years as a sponsor. Fabulous product. Their teas, their drinks, their sodas, everything they make is just so good. Every Snapple flavor, unique and wonderful taste sensation. Snapple has to be tried to be believed. Such a profitable company, and I'm so glad to see it. All natural, wholesome products that taste unbelievably great. Snapple makes real brewed iced teas, fruit drinks, natural sodas. Is there a person on the planet left that hasn't tried Snapple? You know, the fruit flavors in Snapple taste absolutely real, and that's because they are real. Snapple's all natural, no artificial flavors or preservatives. Tea flavors including orange lemon, raspberry, diet raspberry, orange, cranberry, mint, and peach. Fruit drink flavors like lemonade, pink lemonade, orangeade, kiwi, strawberry cocktail, grapeade, fruit punch, pink grapefruit, and cocktail. It's just... Oh, Robin, please, come over here. Rub my legs. Give me a little rub down.
Rub your legs.
Rub my legs, they're achy. All right, Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth. I was reading in the paper today. I don't know if you're hitting this in the news, and you'll probably go into further detail, but they said in the paper today that Burt Reynolds was bankrupt. Did you see that?
I don't understand that.
Yeah. Now, Gary's telling me John Travolta has 3 airplanes.
Yeah.
Wait a second. 4 homes and drives a Rolls Royce. He lives a billionaire's lifestyle, John Travolta.
And how many movies has he made?
Saturday Night Fever, which he probably didn't get paid a lot of money for.
Right, because he was still a sweat hog.
Yeah, I mean, Walkabout Kotter, they don't pay you that much money.
Right. And he probably doesn't, it wasn't back in the days when you got those great residual
Somebody told me the story on John Travolta was that he had some smart businessman or something, or he's a real smart businessman, and negotiated for each of his movies to get a piece of the soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah, so if Saturday Night Fever was one of the biggest soundtracks
ever,
and Urban Cowboy, he always got a hunk of that.
Wow.
So, who knows?
But still, Burt Reynolds was #1 at the box office for several years in a row, made 50 billion movies.
Yeah, made a lot of money.
And he's always complaining about money.
Yeah, they're saying he doesn't have any money left.
Well, yesterday, did you watch him on Phil Donahue?
Yeah.
He's sitting there, and somebody asked him about some bombs he made, some turkeys, some real turkeys he made. And he said, I really needed the money at that time.
Yeah.
This guy must have just thrown the money out the window.
Maybe he spent it all on his hair. But it didn't even look like he did that. His money went out with his hair.
But you look at it, there's a lot of guys out there like that. I mean, Warren Beatty hasn't made that many films, and he doesn't seem to be crying about money all the time.
I don't know. I don't know what
Burt
Burt's story.
just threw the money away, or he just didn't get paid for what he did.
I don't know. I got a feeling he got paid. I just got a feeling he...
Wasn't he the #1 box office attraction for a couple of years?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. It's weird. It's weird.
He had to be making more money than anybody in Hollywood for several years.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
If Lonnie Anderson disappeared, he'd be rich again.
Nah, Lonnie Anderson supposedly didn't even get that much money.
Maybe he thinks Billy's trying to say that she was trying to get more or something. I don't know.
Oh, you think that he's hiding? Yeah, she is asking for a lot of money.
Lotto money.
Yeah, so maybe they're trying to paint him as a poor guy.
But they showed a picture of his ranch down in Florida, or whatever that thing is called.
Jupiter 2.
Jupiter.
And it's got a river running through it, it looks like.
Oh, really?
With
it's real
lambs roaming around.
Oh, you mean it's nice or bad?
Oh, it's huge and beautiful.
Oh.
That's why I'm like,
but it's on Jupiter.
Worried about his money problem.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Where he lives.
Personally, I think it'd be funny to see a bankrupt Burt Reynolds. Walking the streets with his hand out. That'd be kind of cool. All of a sudden, he wouldn't be so...
Can't afford a haircut, so his real hair starts growing.
Yeah.
I think his definition of being out of money is a lot different.
Yeah, like he's only down to $17 million.
Right.
Yeah.
Times are hard.
Phil Donahue looked like he was at Madame Tussauds Wax Museum yesterday.
I know.
Talking to Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Burt started crying over Dinah Shore. The sensitive Burt. He didn't quite cry, but it looked like he was gonna.
He looked like he was really trying to work up some tears, didn't he?
He was, but he's such a bad actor, he couldn't cry on
I'm
camera.
trying to make myself cry on cue, and it's not working.
She classy lady, classy lady. Classy.
Classy lady. Every minute, classy lady.
They buried my hair with Dinah.
And then some woman said, Bert, you look very sad. He goes, well, I haven't recovered from that Dinah Shore clip.
Right.
That Phil
Yeah.
showed. Yeah, okay. So, Mr. Sentimental.
She was so wonderful, I left her.
Yeah. I should have married her. Yeah, 100 years old.
I never knew her age, but I got the hell out of there.
Yeah, I guessed. I counted the rings around her
I
head.
didn't have to know.
Dinah's such a great lady. Why is she so great? Because she could sing?
No, she took him in.
What is it?
Took in that mess.
Do you want to talk to the guy that you went to high school with, that guy Dennis? And he remembers Irvin and remembers his last name and remembers how big he was and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, verification.
Well, actually, it's just funny because Irvin had a very funny last name.
Yeah, but I don't know if you want to announce his name on the air.
Why not?
Because you don't want to.
All right.
It's just a funny name.
Hey, Dennis, don't announce Irvin's name, but...
Who is Dennis?
Dennis Accavelli was the one white guy I told you that was left.
Okay.
He graduated.
How you doing?
Yeah, his parents were real
See?
poor.
You left him there.
Dennis is a nice guy. I don't know why we didn't hang out more, try to... Yeah, I don't know. Dennis was very bright in school, very intelligent.
So he couldn't hang around with you?
I don't know, but he never hung around. Even though we were one of the few white people left, it was very funny what happened to the white people.
I thought you were like the valedictorian of this school.
But Dennis would have been.
No. Well, it wasn't safe to walk from my house to Howard's house.
It wasn't?
No.
No, it really wasn't, because Dennis lived on the other side of town.
You two were in pockets.
Roosevelt was only 1 square mile where I grew up, but if you walked, he would have to walk 7 or 8 blocks. No more, maybe 15 blocks.
Because it was a white neighborhood.
It was a white...
Then, overnight,
literally.
hoodlums moved in?
Yeah, well, what happened was... a couple of black families moved in.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is, the realtors would decide what neighborhoods would get black families.
Yeah, they target.
Yeah, so a couple of black people moved in, and everyone panicked. Everyone said, well, wait a second. If black people move next door to me, I better sell my house quick. So everyone started selling to blacks.
Uh-huh.
And overnight, I mean, literally, it was like you could knock on someone's door, and they would move out in the middle of the night.
You're telling me these people were homeowners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Oh, you mean the people who moved in? No. Let me tell you what happened.
They got assistance,
They got assistance, and 5 families would move into one house. It would be welfare. Because everyone would go, your mama's on welfare.
You
and they go, yeah.
were living in the project.
Yeah, this was worse than projects. Because there were 5 families.
Level projects.
Dennis, I don't know if you ever saw this, but one time there was a bunch of kids playing baseball. There was 9 guys on each side, on each team. Someone yells out dinner. Every kid, 18 kids piled into one house. And these are little houses.
Went to a house.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard, I played football with Ronald Nipper.
Did you?
Yeah. He was our halfback for Roosevelt.
You were a pretty big guy then.
Well, I don't know, it wasn't that big, but
No, Dennis isn't that big.
Yeah.
But Dennis...
Did you get beat up all the time?
I didn't get beat up that much, no. Although I did, when Howard was talking about guys being fast, my mother made me go to school the day after Martin Luther King was shot.
Yeah, me too.
I was walking down the hall, and all of a sudden, just some guy just comes by and just, hits me in the eye, and I didn't even know it. It happened so fast.
Yeah, we were the bad whites for living in Roosevelt. I told the guys, I used to pray. There was an all-white town next to Roosevelt called Merrick.
Right.
Lily White. I said, boy, black people are always screaming, why don't white men live with the black man? Why is the white man afraid of black skin? I said, me and Dennis, the only 2 guys living with black people, they're beating the crap out of us. Why can't they all get together, go over to America and beat up all the whiteys over there who moved away from them? I used to fantasize. I never understood it. But listen, these were just dopey kids.
That would have shown them that they were wrong to move.
Right.
Bad situation.
Yeah, why would you beat up the one white guy who's willing to live with you? Yeah, my mom...
Why didn't you get beat up as much as Howard? That's what I got to know.
I don't know. Like I said, I played football and...
So you know how to handle yourself.
Yeah.
There was something about Howard.
People do like to beat... Even white people like to beat me up.
You either had to be crazy or no crazy people.
Right.
And I think some people... I knew some crazy people, so people stay away from you.
Dennis, though, you got to see Dennis. Dennis is one of those guys doesn't look like you should mess around with him. It's not that he's tough looking.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Howard. You sort of had this indication that you were easy pickings.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know either.
But I had guys taking full giant metal baskets and throwing them at my shoulders and head.
That you were going to hurt them back.
Hey, Howard, I also remember shop class. That was wild. Do you remember the shop teacher's name?
What was his name?
Mr. Anthony.
Yeah, Mr. Anthony.
Yeah.
That's the guy who stood by while I got my ass kicked.
Remember also he used to have the keys to the bathroom on this big wooden block.
And he'd throw it at you.
Yeah, he used to throw it like you would be
throw it at your head.
Oh,
yeah, and he'd throw it right at your head, and people would get hit, and no one would report them to their, to their mothers. And
yeah, it was different. But you know what? Because that wasn't so bad getting hit by your shop teacher when you're getting beat up by black guys.
He also used to walk around, with that T-square. He used to walk around with the T-square, and if he'd come up from behind you, and if you would talk to stuff, and he'd whack you with it.
Yeah.
So he did control the class.
Oh, well, not really.
No, he was just doing that because he was sadistic, I think.
Well, he should work at the vault.
You have a place for him.
Your mom's made you go to school, too, after Martin Luther King was shot. My mother, too. I said to my mother, well, maybe I ought to stay home.
You didn't shoot him.
Oh, man. My mother's black friends were calling her and saying, Ray, leave Howard home today. Let it rest for a couple of days. My mother goes, I'm not afraid. I go, oh, she's not afraid. Isn't that brave of her?
She's not going.
She's not going to school. She's going to sit in the house. My mom is sending me, the day after Martin Luther King got shot, every black guy is ready to kill any white thing he sees.
Yeah, the school was in an uproar. It was like crazy.
I don't know about you, man, but I took my ass right out of school at 3 o'clock and ran.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
My brother and his friends came to pick me up.
Did I get beat up that day? I don't think I got beat up that day. It might have been a day later. Dennis took the beating that day in the eye.
It wasn't safe. For the next, 2 weeks, it really wasn't safe.
Wasn't there a math teacher, too, that got stabbed? You remember that? The math teacher who got stabbed in the parking lot?
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun stuff. Great community.
What do you do now, Dennis?
I'm a computer consultant.
He's a real smart guy.
See, you could get a good education there.
Me and him, he was one of those guys who was always in the smartest class, even when it was all white, because we grew up together. We were at the school when it was all white.
Yeah.
And I remember he was in Mrs. Lazar's 6th grade class, which was considered the genius class, and they accidentally put me in it. I don't know. Remember I got in your class?
Yeah.
Remember I didn't know anything? And I just sit there and cheat off you?
Oh, dear.
And one time, I used to sit behind Dennis Accavelli. And one time I made a joke about Dunkin' Donuts, and I started schnotting through my nose. You remember this, Dennis?
Sure.
And the schnot was running out of my nose so bad that Mrs. Lazar came over and stood me up in front of the class with Kennedy. I kind of like...
he went into the debate with a 12-point lead in the polls, so he's not in as bad a shape as I was led to believe.
I kind of dig having Kennedy around, though. It's kind of...
It's nice to kick.
Yeah, and it's also like, at least like there's a couple of guys left who are still... Like, he's on the right side of, free speech and all that kind of crap. You know what I mean?
Not all the time.
No?
Well, there was that problem that Rupert Murdoch had with him.
Oh, throw him out. Maybe I can change on him every dime.
Free speech as long as you're not talking about him.
People have confidence in me. Ask the Kopechne. Era. That was an era. No doubt about it.
So anyway, here's Mitt Romney talking about
what kind of name is
Senator Kennedy's business.
Mitt.
Ties.
Is Mitt his real name, or is it like a
nickname? I have no clue. Mitt is all I know.
Yeah, Mitt.
That's how you know he's a rich guy. He walks around with a stupid name like that.
Yeah.
First name is Oven. Tennis sweater.
Oven Mitt.
Senator Kennedy and his family have a multiple real estate empire across this country, including the Chicago Merchandise Mart, the jewel of their empire. That merchandise mart has a free cash flow reportedly of $20 million a year. Senator, I'm sure you know that your workers who are part-time employees don't have health insurance there, don't you?
Right.
That was his car.
So you mean Kennedy owns a place where people don't have health insurance?
Yeah.
That's cool. He's the guy screaming for health insurance.
So here's Kennedy firing back. That was an error.
Mr. Romney, let's put the ads aside and talk about health care. Let's talk about education. Let's talk about training. Let's talk about new jobs. Let's talk about infrastructure. Let's talk about our different vision for Massachusetts. That's what the people of Massachusetts want to talk about, and that's what I think they ought to hear about.
Massachusetts. People in Massachusetts, I don't know, they're shell-shocked. They vote for Kennedy's no matter what.
And finally, Mr. Romney answering that retort.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know why you spent millions of dollars showing advertisements of strikers in a company I had nothing to do with. talking about Staples, one of the finest companies in the state of Massachusetts that employs 1,200 people here with an average wage of $35,000, and talked about them not having health care benefits when your companies don't have health care benefits. Why you spent millions of dollars doing that is beyond me if you're so interested in talking about the issues, because that's all I have talked about.
Mitt Romney handling himself.
Sounds like they had fun up there, at least.
Yeah, that one between Lautenberg and Haitian yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't all that
Jersey.
many fireworks in that one.
Yeah, they didn't let them yell at each other like that.
No, they kept interrupting. In fact, that commentator was always stopping
It was awful,
them. Yeah.
awful.
She was just calling time. She didn't even care what they were saying.
Nothing.
Where they were and what they were saying.
And they were getting confused because at one point Lautenberg endorsed Haitian for senator.
Anyway, at the end of the debate between Lautenberg and Haitian here in New Jersey, they're running for Senate, they brought up the name Bob Grant.
There's an important issue.
Here's Senator Lautenberg.
Here's a tape of Bob Grant's program. Please listen to it and tell me after you've finished listening to that tape, when he talks about an inferior genetic group, whether you will disavow Bob Grant.
That's a radio guy.
Who cares what Bob Grant has to say?
Yeah, come on. I want you to what?
Here's a tape of Cousin Brucey.
Will you disavow him?
Disavow him, too.
Yee.
After he says, yee.
I would admire a candidate who would disavow Cousin Brucey more than Bob Grant.
And here's Haitian answering that.
Will you ignore Zachary?
How about Pete Fornatel, huh?
As a member of an ethnic community and minority, I am particularly sensitive to such concerns. I am concerned about racist remarks attributed to any friend of mine.
I love when they attack a radio guy for being racist. Like, that's an issue in the campaign. Like, that could mean anything. Did you see Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton are asking all the sponsors of Bob Grant to boycott?
I didn't see that, no.
Yeah, I read that in the paper. That's kind of funny. That's always funny to me. The guy who started screaming "High Me Town" wants people to boycott.
Well, Jesse really ought to reevaluate just about everything he does.
Yeah.
You know, if he can make those kind of mistakes, why wouldn't you expect a stupid radio guy to make those kind of mistakes? He didn't lose his job, whatever it is.
Yeah. He's good at telling other people what to do.
He apologized and went on about his business.
Yeah. What else you got there?
Anyway, that's some of the debates that are going on around here.
Hey, if anybody wants to bring up my name in a debate, I'd appreciate it. I'd like to get in on it.
Out in California, they have a proposition called Proposition 187.
I'm behind it.
Oh, you are?
What is it?
You don't even know.
Sounds good, though.
Proposition 187 is called the Save Our State proposition by its backers, and it's causing a political firestorm. It would deny illegal immigrants public schooling and most health and welfare benefits.
Well, I am for that. What's wrong with that? Who would be against that?
It would also require school, hospital, and social workers to turn in suspected illegal immigrants. And several religious leaders and other
guilty white people.
Guilty white people, no. Other minorities are saying that it's just targeting.
Oh, for God's sakes. How can we support illegal immigrants? I'm not only for Proposition 187, I'm for Proposition 188. That takes it a step further. Drowning all foreigners. I am for that. I am a backer of that proposition. And I am one of the founders of it. Any foreigner here more than 2 weeks gets drowned.
Ooh, that's it?
So it doesn't kill our tourism.
You can come.
Are you behind me? Come on, everybody.
10 days, but don't stay any longer.
Jackie Puppet, you with me?
No more wetbacks! No more wetbacks!
Oh, boy.
You got an accent? Cement shoes! Drown, you Jamaican bastard! Thank God I'm a country boy!
Hundreds of black people in Lexington, Kentucky took to the streets of downtown Lexington yesterday. Some of them threw rocks.
Love that pup.
They were angered, Howard, by the shooting of a black teenager by a white police officer. The teenager died. The police say the shooting was accidental, but some of the people who witnessed it said it was intentional. The police were trying to arrest this young man when the incident occurred. And so they had, a few rocks and bottles thrown and people taken to the streets. No serious injuries. Calm was restored by nightfall.
See.
So we'll have to look to see what happens in Lexington, Kentucky as a result of this, again, a shooting incident of a white cop a shooting by a white cop of a black teenager causing some public unrest. They never riot when it's a black kid shooting another black kid.
They. Them.
I'm sure if you counted up how many white cops shot black kids.
Those people.
And then of how many black kids shot other black kids.
I don't know who we're talking about.
The black kids would win.
Private.
Nobody cares about that.
Private.
Oh, shut up, Jackie. Trying to make a point.
Jackie Puppet.
Free speech. Free speech.
Shut up, Jackie Puppet.
Jackie Grant. Jackie Grant.
Try to have a serious conversation. Impossible.
He just laughs at you. It doesn't matter what you say, he laughs at you.
Darky, could you just calm yourself down? I don't need you in my mood. Princess Diana is negotiating a deal to move into Trump Tower. We're on to another story, Jackie Puppet.
Jackie Puppet's a racist.
And she wants to buy a luxurious apartment there, Howard.
Jesse Jackson ought to boycott you, Jackie Puppet.
A source close to the deal told the Post that Di wants to settle into an opulent 12-room, $3.5 million pad on a high floor, according to the Post.
Wow.
She apparently enjoyed her 4-day weekend here last weekend and felt that the press here was much easier to deal with than the people she has to deal with in London.
I hear what you're saying.
So
you're saying that she might move here.
Di will move to New York.
That Trump Tower's got a lot of cool people living in it.
Well, it's a pretty exclusive address.
Not kidding. Robin, you should move there.
Well, why would I want to move there?
Because you would love it there. You would meet other celebrities like yourself. Meet your own kind. Celebrities.
They.
Lady Di and you on the same floor.
Max.
I'll meet my own they.
You could walk your cats over to Lady Di's apartment.
And we could hang out together.
I'll have that cat for dinner. That's what I'll do.
I don't think there's enough meat on the bones of my cats for you, Jackie.
Jackie Puppet, you mean?
Whoever. Jackie would be saying the same thing.
All right, let's take a break and we'll come back and finish the
I'll
news.
tell you about Stephen King. Stephen King's got some guy who follows him to all his book signings. And
oh, yeah? Oh, good. All right, let's do that when we get back. Robin, you were saying before we left that you had a story about...
Stephen King, the author.
The author. Wherever he goes...
Popular author.
What happens?
There's some guy who follows him around, carrying signs and bothering him. He was arrested at a book signing that Stephen King was attending. His name is Steve Lightfoot, and he often turns up at King's speaking engagements and the like. Yes, on Monday, actually, he was arrested at a book signing. He came to the signing with a placard that read, "Stephen King is a murderer."
Oh. Is he?
It's true, or he'd sue, is what the placard said. He claims that King killed John Lennon.
Oh. He did?
Well, that's what this guy says. And he drives a van scrawled with the accusations against King. So here's a guy, he's got a whole van with this stuff written all over it.
Yeah, the guy must know something.
Around following Stephen King from appearance to appearance.
Seems very committed to this.
Well, Stephen King hasn't sued him.
There you go. There's proof. So what are they going to do? I mean, what can Stephen King do against this guy?
You really can't do anything if somebody wants to show up just carrying a sandwich board or a sign, can you?
Yeah. There are people who take care of those problems.
Robert Shapiro. Like how?
Robert Shapiro takes care of that. He'll sue you. Call his line.
I mean, it's pretty annoying, though, don't you think?
Yeah.
Some guy always being there with this stupid sign.
Stephen King, The Perfect Life, just sits down at a typewriter, can type out $1 million scripts and
How many
books.
of those books has he turned out?
Yeah, all of a sudden he's got some nudnik bothering him.
Melrose, Larry.
It's not Melrose.
Nah.
Anyway, anything else, Robin?
Paula Jones says that she's got foolproof evidence that President Clinton did harass her. She
Oh, she's
says
still around?
that she can describe his genitals.
Are they speckled like an elephant?
Oh, it look like a cow.
Like a
or
cow?
or something.
It's like an elephant. No. Are they speckled? Well, she can describe his genitals. Yeah, this is a long thing with two other things hanging from it.
Jones claims that in May of 1991, Clinton had Arkansas State Trooper Danny Ferguson escort her to his hotel room. She claims Clinton dropped his pants there and asked her to perform a act. He has vehemently denied the allegations. The president says it didn't happen and calls the allegations pathetic. Meanwhile, I think that Penthouse is running a story trying to undermine Mrs. Jones's allegations, and they're also going to have some pictures of her.
Nice.
So I don't know where these pictures come from.
Jackie Mama.
Yeah? Apparently an old boyfriend sold him 24 photos of her scantily clad.
Wow.
And they will be in Penthouse in the January edition. Is that the real Jackie or the fake Jackie?
That was the real one, I think.
Never know.
Wow! And that's what's happening, folks.
Thank you, Robin. Robin,
sad that the news is over.
Jackie was just getting into it. Tomorrow's show, Robin will describe President Clinton's penis because she has seen it as well.
But I didn't call it harassment.
Only one eye, right? You said you saw down there?
That's all I saw.
Right.
Like the Cyclops.
He's missing an eye. Let's do a couple of plugs. Hey, if you want to see Jackie Puppet, so many people have heard him. He's on the E! Show tonight. Also, Jackie will be at Club Benet Saturday night. Go see him there November 12th, and you can act like you have the Jackie Puppet in your lap, and you can, chant things out to Jackie.
Hey!
Here's some things you could say.
I solved the parking problem. I bought a parked car. Come on! What a crowd. If I had blood, I'd blush.
All right, so you can say stuff like that. Saturday night, November 12th, one big show at Club Benet in
And
Sayreville.
what you do is you call that joke line, get some of Jackie's jokes, and just yell them out.
Yell them out in the club. For dirty jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service.
Sit there like lazy Negroes. Laugh!
Right, Jackie just spit all over himself. I'm going to get smug.
To order Jackie just vomited.
Jesus.
To order Jackie's comedy CD or
You
cassette.
really got your Fred.
Yeah, listen to him over there.
Finally, something that gets the
Yeah, Fred woke up.
Yeah, Fred woke up at the end of the show. He always does.
He's about to do his act for Pete Fornatel.
To order Jackie's... Yeah, we should leave Fred in here for the Pete Fornatel show. To order Jackie's comedy CD or cassette, it's $10 plus free shipping and handling. Halloweeny special. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Don't miss Boy Gary, plus the very first public appearance of the Gary Puppet since his abduction. This Saturday from noon to 2 p.m. at Tops Appliance City in Long Island City.
Monkey.
Don't miss Stuttering John's band appearing at the Birch Hill Inn, Old Bridge Township. What is this? The Birch Hill Inn, Old Township. Oh, I hate this guy.
Who is this you're talking about?
Stuttering John.
Oh.
Skip it. Birch Hill in Old Bridge Township, New Jersey this Friday night, and Stuttering John's band will be at the Roxy in Huntington, Long Island this Saturday night, October 29th. Hey, if you're planning a wedding or Christmas party and you need a mobile DJ, now's the time to call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040, or as Scott always says, music. Let's do it the regular way.
You like it.
He always goes too far. All right, very good. Everyone did a good job today, except Fred.
But there was always tomorrow.
You'll prove yourself tomorrow.
No, don't think so.
No, I think you will. I got hope.
We have been hoping for how long now?
No.
All right, Robin. I'll see you tomorrow.
You almost escaped today, Fred.
Oh, there you go. All right, we'll see you all tomorrow for the big Halloweeny.
Holy
Hi, I'm Governor Jesse Ventura, and happy to be here doing the Howard Stern Show this morning. One of my favorite people on radio.
Now you're here promoting your new book.
Yep, I'm here promoting my new book on the murder, the 50-year anniversary of the murder of John F. Kennedy, and it's 63 reasons why there was a conspiracy to kill our president, and Howard and I will talk about that. And we'll also talk about the possibility of a federal ticket, Jesse Ventura and Howard Stern.
That's a vote.
Imagine the shockwaves through the world that will send.
That's a vote I'd like to put myself. A vote I'd like to register. All right, Governor. We'll see you in the studio.
All right, very good.
The rumors are flying all over the place that Jesse Ventura, the former governor of Minnesota, and I are teaming up to run. More than a rumor, just the other night, the governor was on the air with Alex Jones where he announced that we are running for president and vice president.
You're in it and you don't even know it.
No, we haven't had a full... You know, I got to ask you something, Governor.
Yes, Howard, what?
You're pretty serious about running for president, right? And you're serious... And honestly, you're serious about me being the vice president.
Howard, I won't do it if you don't do it with me. I will be that serious. If you don't... No, there's a method to my madness. Always remember.
I know.
I need you.
You need me to raise funds.
Not just that. I need you to not have to waste money. When I ran for governor of Minnesota, I had a statewide talk radio show.
Right.
Well, the FCC made me come off the air, and I went 6 months without any money or employment to run for governor. You don't have to come off the air.
Because I'm on satellite.
We can use this show to win the election.
Let's talk seriously, though.
I'm dead serious.
All right. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions because we're going to have to be close if we're really doing this.
Absolutely.
Okay. Number one. If I'm doing America's Got Talent, let's say, and I'm doing this radio show, if we really won, it would be an uphill battle. But if we really won, do I have to give up that work?
The vice president is going to be a judge on America's Got Talent?
Well,
I don't think there's any law that says you have to.
Would you mind, as the president, if your vice president is busy judging a talent competition?
Honestly, as long as you... When I was governor, I did some outside jobs on the weekend and on Sunday.
And you got criticized for it.
And why?
Why?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking.
It was Sunday afternoon. The Capitol ain't open.
Right.
And, they never criticized me. I had a ranch then. There was no criticism when I spent all weekend baling hay for $4 a bale.
Do you know that in the early days of our government, and I'm sure you do know this, and I don't know if people are aware of it, but government was set up so that regular working people would go to Washington for just a couple of weeks, but they would actually work and go and work in their communities. They weren't expected to give up their jobs. Am I correct?
I think so, in the early days.
In the early days.
No, to me, Howard, if you were my VP, as long as you fulfilled everything we needed done, I could care less that if you went and judged a show on TV.
And by the way...
Would you rush back to Washington to end a stalemate in the Senate?
If the president needed me to do it, of course.
Well, that's your job as vice president.
Right.
Unless the finales are going on, I would be there.
And then the only other thing he's got to do is attend funerals.
That's true.
It's not a bad gig. I love a good funeral.
No, Howard.
I went to the funeral of the great 60 Minutes reporter Ed Bradley. I had terrible seats. I think as a vice president, I would be up closer to the celebrities. All right, let me ask you a serious question.
Okay.
What the fuck is our platform anyway? Because I really don't have
Here
one.
it is.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you what we could win on right now. And everything's fallen in place for us.
Go ahead.
The government shutdown.
Right.
Here's the platform. We would give the people of America the first opportunity to vote for a president that does not belong to a political party since George Washington.
And what would that look like?
He is our only president who did not belong to a political party, and I think people would jump at that today.
And he was not a Democrat. He was not a Republican.
He was nothing.
Is that enough?
No.
Is that enough for us to win, though? Will people understand that benefit?
I think so. In light of what's going on today with the government shutdown and the way that the whole thing works. I mean, did you know that this is all over health care, right?
Right.
Do you know that congressmen and senators get 4 choices of 4 different health plans they want?
They should certainly.
Yet they won't give us one.
Right.
But they have 4.
So we would end that? We would make all the congressmen and senators go on the health plan that the American people use?
have to use, absolutely.
Like that? I'm all for that.
We would try to do that. Remember, the president, the Congress passes the laws.
Right.
You can only veto them.
That's true.
And although you can do many things today with these executive orders,
are you afraid?
A whole bunch of stuff.
Are you afraid that if we do get elected, that you'll have to spend a lot of time explaining stuff like that to me?
Not at all.
Not at all. I don't want to waste your time.
You won't waste my time, Howard.
Here's the way I look at it.
You would grasp it much much quicker than you think you would. I mean, look at some of these bozos that are elected.
But I'm for
they don't have any problem with it.
I'm for total transparency, so I don't mind having this discussion with you on the air because I think the people should hear this.
Absolutely.
Let's figure out the political landscape. We'll probably be running against Hillary Clinton and whoever she chooses. Okay.
And who are you going to vote for then, Howard? Because you're a big Hillary fan.
I don't know that I would vote for myself and the governor. I don't know that yet. I have to hear what we all have to say and make a decision. If we're on the right path, then I'll see. I don't know that we're the best yet. Let's say it's Hillary Clinton.
All right.
Let's say the Republicans take a moderate like Chris Christie.
Yep.
Who's a pretty good governor, right?
Yep.
Or you take who else could we be looking at? Maybe one of those Tea Party nudniks or something like that.
Yep.
So it's not going to be an easy cakewalk.
It never is. But here's the key, and I'm open about this. You don't run against the candidate.
No.
You run against their party.
Right.
Because they're controlled by their party.
And people hate these parties.
Exactly.
They truly
do.
So
what you do, that's what I did when I ran for governor. Right. I didn't run against my two opponents. I ran against the Democrats and the Republicans.
And people have to remember, you won.
That's right.
You were the governor of Minnesota, a guy who was a wrestler.
Well, a mayor, though. I was a mayor
That's
first.
True. That's
so
true.
I had some experience. But you know, Howard, the biggest fear, we'd win.
That's right. Because let me tell you something.
Actually have to do
the first thing I'm doing as vice president, with the president's permission, is I'm going right up to Camp David. I'm going to learn how to play golf, and I'm going to have dinner parties. Wait till you see.
Our problem with that, I love golf, but you and I can't play together.
No, why is that?
Because we have to be separated because you never have the president and the vice president together.
Because I'll be a heartbeat away from you.
That's right.
Now let's talk about this. My Jewiness could really hurt you, and I mean, look, I look like I got slapped a yarmulke. So what I'm saying is, are you prepared to have my Jewiness be the vice president?
Howard, and we could have a first Jewish president or something happen.
Well, we would also break another new ground, if you remember when George was here that day. So we would have an atheist and a Jew.
That's right. That's absolutely true. I do like what you're saying, though, the fact that we don't belong to a political party. I myself am an independent.
Howard, we could win it on that alone because you gotta parry it down to one or two things. You don't want to be spread out all over. That's the message.
I know we do better than Ralph Nader, I'll tell you that.
Well, put it this way. Here's our other campaign slogan. We can't be any worse.
Right.
No. Let me explain something else here, too.
Good.
I need you for an insurance policy.
Go ahead. They don't
because if I become the president, as my book is, I'd be assassinated.
Right.
That means you would be. Well, I need an insurance policy. They're not going to kill me to put you in there.
Who would have the balls to assassinate you? You're one of the toughest fucking guys I know.
Not anymore. I'm 62. I'm
Bullshit.
old enough for Social Security now, Howard. I could have gone on this year.
You look so goddamn powerful.
Well, I don't know about that.
You really do. You're thick, you're big, you're muscular. I mean, it's unbelievable. Let me see your ass.
Huh?
Let me see your ass.
My ass?
Yeah, I'm serious.
I don't have much of one. You get older, they disappear.
You got wrinkles in it?
No.
Take those jeans off so I can really see it.
Oh, you really want to see it?
Yeah, I really want to see it.
What will be going on
Governor,
in that White House?
I'll be like, Mr. President, I need to see your ass. Mr. President.
I'll tell you what we could do, though, Howard.
We could do it.
We not even do it. We would shake it up so much. We would cause so much trouble. Imagine if we start polling over 20%.
Imagine
there would be panic. There would be panic.
There'd be mass chaos. Are you wearing a Jimi Hendrix T-shirt?
Yeah.
I was just talking to Graham Nash about Jimi Hendrix, one of the greats.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix belongs with Bach, Beethoven, and all the greatest musicians in history.
When you were serving, when you were a Navy SEAL, I bet you part of your soundtrack was Jimi Hendrix.
I actually saw Jimmy 1970 San Diego concert just months before he died.
Is that right? You were just in the audience, one of the fans?
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix.
And it must have been an amazing
what was amazing, a month later, I saw Janis.
Was he with the Experience at that point?
No, he was. The Experience had broken up. He had
that trio, the jazz thing going on.
No. He was doing his real stuff.
Right.
He had Buddy Miles, I think, on drums.
Right.
And he had broken up the Experience.
Did
by
he
that
do
point.
The classics like Purple Haze?
Oh, all of them.
He did them all.
Absolutely. Are you kidding? He did. It's one of the great memories I have.
Oh.
And then I've seen Led Zeppelin twice.
I've seen him once.
Okay, I saw him in 72 in San Diego and 75 in Minneapolis.
I went to see Led Zeppelin. I went running out of there. It was a great show, but I had to leave. The kids were throwing M80s down. It was at Madison Square Garden, and they were throwing quarter sticks of dynamite down on people's heads. I wore an Army helmet.
Well, that's in the great days of open seating. That's when it was really
crazy.
of course, it was rock and roll.
You don't want to get rock and roll. You don't want to get your head blown off.
Yeah, you get killed.
I mean, imagine I come back from war and I get my head blown off.
War, you come back from a concert.
No, and the good part was if you were in the military, you got discount on your tickets.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Were you in the military when you saw Jimi Hendrix?
Yes.
Oh, no kidding.
In fact, when I saw Jimmy, I was going through SEAL training.
Did they remember how people were so anti-war they started to boo the troops and things like that? Did you ever get any of that
Spitting
shit?
on them.
Well, when I was in San Diego, they used to have signs on lawns, no dogs or military.
Unbelievable.
You know, and because it was a Navy town, and for some reason there wasn't the love of the military back then as much.
Well, it was an unpopular war, but I never felt mad at the military. I always felt...
Again, it always be mad at the politicians. It's not the servicemen that caused the war. They're the unfortunate victims too.
When we get into office, let's lay it on the line. Are we going to be in any foreign wars? Are we going to pull our troops? We're going to pull our troops out.
We are going to follow the teachings of Major General Smedley Butler.
Good.
And he was
Who is he, Howard? You're saying good.
It's my president. I got to listen to him.
He was a 2-time Congressional Medal of Honor winner. He won 2 of them. A Marine.
What would we do in Syria?
He wrote the most anti-war book called War is a Racket. And he said that we need to pass a constitutional amendment that our troops are not allowed to go over 500 miles from our shore.
Well, all they should be doing is protecting us.
Protecting the homeland.
Policing the world.
But don't you think, in a way, we do? I mean, whether it's...
no. I would close down...
So what would you do about Syria? Howard asked that.
Syria?
Yeah.
I would do more than that. I'd get the hell out of the Middle East.
Yeah, completely. We're out of Afghanistan as well, right?
We're out of Saudi Arabia. We're out of...
Let's look at this. Okay. Anglo-Saxon America was discovered by Columbus, right?
Right.
Now, science at that time said the Earth was flat and you were going to fall off.
Sherry Separate still says it.
He was willing to risk that because what was he doing when he came here? He was trying to find another way to India to avoid the Middle East. So they hated it 500 years ago. It was awful.
Impossible.
He was willing to fall off the Earth not to go through the Middle East.
The Middle East is such a problematic area.
Get out of there.
No one's been able to solve it diplomatically or otherwise through wars.
You never will.
So get the fuck out.
Fuck out.
What do you do about Israel?
Let them do their thing.
Let them do their thing, whatever they do.
You remain a strong ally and provide them with arms.
No, I would stop providing arms. We got to cut providing arms throughout the world.
No shit.
Well, you know, you sit...
I might have to vote for Hillary. I'm still running with you. Don't get wrong. I just want to make sure we don't win.
Why do you want arms sold throughout the world?
So what we're going to do is we're going to drastically, we're going to just change the way the world operates.
Yeah.
You know, Crosby, Stills, and Nash said we can change the world. Rearrange the world. That's what we're going to do.
Well, John Kennedy tried to do it, and they killed him for it.
That's the subject of your new book.
Yep.
Yeah. By the way, before I get to your new book about Kennedy, and I want to ask you about a whole bunch of conspiracy theories. I want to know exactly where you stand on several of the modern conspiracy theories. But is it true? And by the way, the other thing I like is we will have a first president, and I'm going to say this in the debates, the first president who lives in Mexico. Will you continue to live in Mexico when you're president of the United States?
I don't think they'd let me, but I think I'll keep my property down there, and I can still go on vacation.
Is that going to be your summer home?
Well,
I say fuck them. Let's have the president live in Mexico.
The fun part would be I'd go down there, and there'd be helicopters, boats off the thing, and all the security. So it would kind of destroy why I go down there.
That's right.
And I'd probably destroy the neighborhood, so I have too much respect for my neighbors, so maybe I wouldn't go there for 4 years.
But is it true?
Yes.
That you were saying recently that you cannot get a job on American television.
Yeah.
And that's why you had to take you're doing a show now in Mexico.
Yeah.
What is this show you're doing?
It's going to be an internet show. It's the same company that hired Larry King.
Oh, the Russians.
No. Well, we're going to go with Russian TV.
Yeah.
But
you're going on the internet.
They're going to kill me because I forgot the name of the company. But the one thing good about this company is it's owned. I don't think the checks will bounce because it's owned by Carlos Slim,
who's the wealthiest guy in the world.
Wealthiest man in the world.
And so, why is it that Americans will not put you on TV? You're very opinionated. You have a good look. I mean, let's face it. You were built for television.
Well, because I guess that I write books like this that mainstream. I have no mainstream interviews because of this book.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm
they
the only
avoid
one.
you. Well, you and a few others.
Right.
That allow me on.
Because you believe President Kennedy, still to this day, was not the victim of one shooter.
No.
You believe it was a conspiracy and multiple shooters.
Absolutely.
And you say that, first of all, that Oswald's gun was a piece of shit. You know about firearms.
It's a complete piece of shit.
What was the gun that he used?
The Mannlicher Carcano, an Italian-made weapon.
And is it your claim that if you took that weapon and went to the book depository...
You couldn't make the shots. I tried to do it on my TV show. We matched everything up and didn't even have a moving target, and I couldn't even come close.
Is it that the bullet is unable to go that far in that type of weapon?
No, it's that the telescopic sight's like a skinny cigar. You can't even see out the thing. Plus, they said he did it in 7 seconds, and you got to work the bolt.
Right.
Every time you work it, you're off target, and you have to get back on. And they're saying the first shot missed, and the third was the headshot. Give me a break. Not only could I not do it, as we point out in the book, but there's a legendary figure in the Marine Corps by the name of Carlos Hathcock. And he is the top Marine Corps instructor at the Quantico Sniper School. They recreated it for him. He attempted it 10 times and couldn't do it. Could not do it.
And there's no record of Lee Harvey Oswald being that great a shot.
Well, the point is this, Howard. When you go in the military, as Robin will tell you, they give you batteries of tests and things because they want to channel you where they can best use you.
Right.
Well, Oswald wasn't 0300 infantry. They sent him to be a radar guy. He couldn't shoot.
Right.
Why? He became a pencil pusher. But they need those also.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't infantry. If he was a good shot, he'd have gone to the infantry.
So who wanted Kennedy dead? The FBI?
Many.
The CIA, you say in your book.
He angered... The Pentagon and the Joint Chiefs wanted to go to war in Cuba. He wouldn't go to war in Cuba. He was going to pull out of Vietnam. He was back-channel communicating with Khrushchev. They were going to end the Cold War by 1965.
Who would be against that? Who would be against ending the Cold War?
Kennedy went into a meeting one time with the Joint Chiefs, and when he came out, he muttered to his staff, and we call ourselves the human race.
So you like Kennedy?
I loved him. He went into that meeting, and they were proposing a first-strike nuclear attack against the Russians. And they felt if as long as 10 Americans survived and no Russians, we win.
What about the rumor that the mob was also against
They hated him. The mob hated him. The Pentagon and Joint Chiefs hated him. He was going to take away the oil depletion thing from the oil.
So how many guys killed Kennedy?
I would say there had to be a minimum of 3 shooters because there was at least 6 shots that day.
So how is it that no one saw, and when you have 6 or 3 shooters for that, how is it nobody saw any of these shooters? The Zapruder film, they saw them.
Yeah, Lee Bowers saw the shooter behind he was in the tower of the railroad yard looking right at the picket fence.
Why do you think Gerald Ford, when he headed up the Warren Commission, why did he not disclose all of this? Why do you think he hid it? What was his agenda?
Well, he actually changed the position of the bullet through Kennedy's back and moved it higher so the magic bullet could work.
Right. In other words, by magic bullet, you mean that the bullet had such a trajectory that you've never seen in history.
Well, it caused 7 injuries and changed directions in midair.
So why would he? So give me this part of the story.
And then came out pristine. They show you this pristine bullet, and to disprove the magic bullet, Governor Conley had more shrapnel in him than that bullet Wade knew.
So in other words,
and a bullet can't grow.
So why when they reported on this, when the Warren Commission went in to report on it, what was their agenda? They're in on the conspiracy?
What it was I believe LBJ was part of it.
You think that he wanted to be the president so badly that he might have ordered the hit?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that your main theory, or is that just one of the side
theories?
That's
one of them. You know, they all build to, you know, when you read the book, you'll see. But Kennedy was clearly taken out by more than one person. In fact, the fun part is...
See, I've always believed the Warren Commission. Call me naive. I think it was one shooter.
Here's why, Howard. The Warren Commission, the FBI took over the investigation, and they only fed the Warren Commission information that would lead to Oswald. Anything else they didn't see.
Right.
They didn't see anything else. I lead the book off, Howard, with a thing. This was from... This was a memorandum. Monday morning.
Go ahead.
Kennedy was killed on Friday. By the way, do you know Oswald and Ruby knew each other very well?
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing that was shielded by the Warren Commission. This was sent out by Nicholas Katzenbach, the acting U.S. Attorney General, Monday morning to new President Lyndon Baines Johnson.
I know his daughter.
November 25th, 63. Here's what he writes. It is important that all the facts surrounding President Kennedy's assassination be made public in a way which will satisfy people in the United States and abroad that all the facts have been told and the statement to the effect made now. 1. The public must be satisfied that Oswald was the assassin, that he did not have any Confederates who are still at large, and that the evidence was such that he would have been convicted at trial.
Do you think there are guys somewhere?
Come on.
Do you think there are guys somewhere laughing that they got away with this?
Yeah.
You think so?
Absolutely.
And do you think they've ever talked to anyone about it?
Yeah, we talk in the book. There's many people that have talked about it.
About being in on the conspiracy.
CIA guys, Morales talked about it. He said we got that son of a bitch Kennedy when he got drunk one night. There's all sorts of information that's out there, but mainstream media. Well, like my TV show.
What do you mean you won't be booked on any mainstream television? I would think that's an interesting topic for people to talk about.
Because the mainstream media is part of the cover-up.
Who published this book?
Skyhorse.
Were they afraid, Skyhorse, to publish the book?
No, because they publish all my books, and they're a small publisher that has courage.
Do the books sell well, Governor?
Yeah,
they do.
All 7 of get this. All 7 of my books have been New York Times bestsellers. Right? They've never reviewed one of them.
Really?
The New York Times and they won't review this one. You watch. This book will never get reviewed.
Why?
Because it's a topic that says that a conspiracy killed John Kennedy.
Do you think people are bored with the topic? Do you think they're like, who cares anymore? What's the difference?
No.
Why should we care?
Why should you care?
Yes.
You should care because, in my opinion, it's not my opinion. On that day, a coup d'etat happened.
Right.
A change of our government. And it did not happen at the ballot box. It happened with a bullet.
Right.
Well, it was at that point, I believe, that we lost control of our government because, like I've always said, if you can kill the president and get away with it, what can't you do?
Right. Then you can do everything.
You can do everything.
All right. I'm going to name some conspiracy theories. I want to know where you stand on them.
All
okay?
right.
Let's go. You ready? I made a list.
What am I, the expert now?
Well,
just because I did an entertainment show on conspiracy theories.
Wait a second.
Now I'm labeled, Howard.
No,
I'm the conspiracy theorist.
You have information.
Right.
Is it true, by the way, you have not watched televisions? You didn't watch television from January to May?
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Was there a point in not watching television?
Yeah, because I've lived in Mexico in the winter now for 8 years, and I told my wife, I said, we're not really living in Mexico if we're watching United States TV every night.
You want to immerse yourself in Mexican...
and so I thought, so we shut the TV off, and I did not watch television from January till May. Now, I did watch a few movies. We'd put DVDs in.
What did you watch?
Oh, all the movies that I love.
Yeah.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yes.
Stanley Kubrick.
You love anything to do with military and war?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
American Graffiti. I love that film.
Did you see the Iron Man films?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
No?
Haven't seen one of them.
Shocked. Don't you think you should be in the...
Trading Places with Eddie Murphy.
Fabulous movie. And what about the one Coming to America?
Private Parts with Howard Stern.
Is that when you first realized I should be your vice president, when you saw Private Parts?
When I saw you give a woman an orgasm over the radio, that qualified you.
Thank you. Thank you. Finally, somebody appreciates my genius. Okay. Obama isn't a United States citizen. Where do we stand on that?
I don't... He's a United States citizen, in my opinion. In fact, the birther thing is a red herring.
What
they
do you
want
mean?
you because I believe Obama was part of the CIA in his early life. Look at his jobs. His jobs.
Community organizer.
Well, his foreign jobs, and check out his mom and what she did. And
what
all
did
this.
she do?
She was just involved in many foreign countries, and the CIA always has front jobs. You know what internationally, you know what one of the big front jobs for the CIA is? Because they all have to wear two hats. YMCA.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you believe the president was born in this country, but he was a CIA operative before becoming the president of the United States?
That's what I believe.
Wow.
I believe.
I can't believe you're my running mate.
I believe he did intelligence work.
All right.
You asked about one conspiracy theory, and you get a whole new one.
You're not kidding. Yeah, that's even more mind-blowing. Should we swim at the YMCA? If it's a front for the,
Sure.
Really?
Well,
it's still a good pool.
Remember, the CIA's embedded in all state government because we had one in Minnesota. I had to meet it. The person.
Will we tackle that as president and vice president? Will we take on the CIA?
We will make them go back to their mission statement. Their mission statement says they're not to be operative inside the United States.
That's right.
So they're violating their mission statement. Let's get them back.
Are we not afraid of domestic terrorism?
We have the FBI.
They'll take care of that.
That's their job.
Okay, good enough.
That's their job.
Shit, we got everything covered.
Listen, you don't even know the answers to any questions.
Yeah, but I don't have to. I got the governor. I just got to raise money.
That's why he'll be the VP.
Right.
I'll take care of all that. I'll educate
all us
him.
VPs are idiots. So what? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Who killed the electric car? They're saying that the electric car could have been absolutely invented, and well, it certainly has been invented, but it hasn't been perfected.
I would say the oil companies, because Minneapolis, Minnesota, when I was born in the early 50s, had a complete trolley car system all through the whole city.
Right.
They ripped because of the rubber companies run tires and the automotive and gas industry. They lobbied, got it all destroyed, ripped up.
Is that right?
Yeah, ripped up and gone because they wanted to put us in cars.
So do you really think the oil companies have killed the electric car?
Yeah.
You do?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, let's talk about this one. The Philadelphia experiment. You know what I mean by that?
That was
a supposed attempt to turn a U.S. Navy warship invisible, which allegedly caused severe harm to onboard crew members. Have you heard about that one at all?
I've heard about it, but I don't know much about it.
You don't know much about it?
Don't know. I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it.
What about the tsunami bomb? That the last tsunami was actually caused by a nuclear weapon detonated in a strategic position under the ocean. We for that or against it?
I'm against that.
You don't believe that?
I don't think so.
Now you're sounding like me. That's which I didn't bring you on here.
And again,
like
I don't just believe a conspiracy because it floats out there. I try to do research on it and learn about it.
The Illuminati, thought to be a secret group attempting to control the world. Do you believe in it?
Yeah.
You believe there's an Illuminati?
I believe that there's a power structure beyond our governments that control money. Because
corporations, probably?
Yeah.
And these corporate CEOs all get together and they just kind of
like
come up
the
with
Bilderbergs.
Do you think they come up with an agenda?
Yeah.
Like
I got offended when I won governor. How come I wasn't invited to the Bilderberg thing?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
See, I'd expose them. That's why they wouldn't invite me.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's go to this one. The IBM Garry Kasparov theory. The theory is that the famous computer versus the human chess game between the Russian grandmaster Garry Kasparov and IBM's Deep Blue computer had involved cheating by IBM to ensure they would achieve a victory that would be widely publicized. Do you think that IBM cheated?
I have no idea.
No idea on that one.
I have no idea.
What about the new Coke theory? New Coke. Coca-Cola intentionally made the new Coca-Cola shitty so that it would make their old Coca-Cola brand even more important, therefore turning the country around toward the old Coca-Cola. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know anything about it, but it sounds logical if they want to.
What about the next book? What about the next book on that?
Nah.
Apollo moon landing. It never really occurred. That we staged it and that it was actually produced, and it really was there to conceal some aspect of the truth of the circumstances of the actual landing.
I want to believe we were there.
You do?
Yeah.
And you do believe it?
Yeah.
And when we will not,
because I mean, they're now going up and they're going to give space travel to civilians if you want to pay $200,000 to do it or whatever. So obviously they're going up there, and we've been in space. There's no doubt about it. I don't think when these rockets launch, they just disappear.
All right, 9/11 conspiracy. I know you believe in this one.
Yep.
That the United States government conducted the 9/11 attacks, or knew beforehand that the attacks would happen, and deliberately did nothing to prevent it in order to drastically alarm and sway public opinion to favor war.
I agree with that. It's a false flag operation.
You've always said that when the World Trade Center went down, it didn't go down in the way that a building would go down if it was hit by planes.
Well, not only that, Howard, but if you look at the when they took the King Dome down in Seattle with controlled demolition,
yes,
the debris on the ground was 12.5% the original height.
Right.
In debris. The World Trade Center, when they went down, there was only 2% of the original height on the ground. Where did it go?
Right. So,
where did it go? It all turned to dust.
Clarify for me again. The planes that we actually filmed and saw going into the building, that really happened.
Sure.
But that wasn't enough to take down the building.
No. Not in my opinion, because jet fuel is like kerosene. It doesn't burn hot. How would it burn hot enough? Those fires, the smoke was getting darker and darker, which means the fires were cooling.
You know why it does sound crazy to people? Think about what you're saying. You would have to get a bunch of crazy terrorists to drive their planes in, and at the same time...
Not necessarily. Because since the mid-'80s, we've been able to control 757s like a video. They can fly them without pilots.
You think that there wasn't even terrorists on those planes?
No, they could have been on there, sure. But who knows who was directing the
mastermind? Could have been the Illuminati.
So what about going after Osama bin Laden and bringing him down? Did he have anything to do with it?
Bin Laden initially denied anything. He said he wasn't mad that it happened, but he said he didn't have nothing to do with it. And, well, let's look at the government's conspiracy theory on 9/11. Here's what they sold us. They said 19 Islamic radicals armed with box cutters defeated our multi-billion-dollar air defense system, all while conspiring with a bearded guy in a cave in Afghanistan.
Does sound pretty crazy. What about this conspiracy?
Well, that's what they sold us.
Right.
That's what we accepted. And where did they get the box cutters from? I mean, how do they know they had box cutters? They all died.
What about this theory?
Where did this come from? The box cutters. Was that determined?
Mr. President, what about this one?
There must have been some Was there no communication with the plane? I mean, people were making phone calls and talking about...
No, you couldn't, because at that time cell phones were linear. They weren't horizontal. You couldn't call from a plane.
No one could call from a plane.
You couldn't call from a plane.
But they have...
They can morph voices. I showed that on my show.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
What about this theory? Probably the most controversial of all. Adolf Hitler was actually a mutation through mating between a human and a shark. Where do we stand on that? Governor, Mr. President.
I hate to insult the sharks.
Right.
And that's... By the way, Howard, I got to tell you what I did this spring in Mexico.
You're done with all these conspiracy theories?
Yes.
Theories, rather? They're all a bunch of shit, huh?
Yeah.
Even you won't buy into this.
No, you know what I got to do this spring? I went to a small lagoon 400 miles from my house, 100 miles off the road, went out with Mexican guides in a small boat.
You're out of your mind.
Wait.
You're going to be the next president.
And I physically touched gray whales in the wild. They come up to you.
Wow. Isn't that dangerous?
They come up. I didn't feel it was dangerous at all.
But can a whale, because of its size, accidentally tip over a boat?
Sure, but they're too intelligent. They're unbelievable, Howard. I stuck my hands in their mouth in the wild.
They're actually gentle, right? The whales.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a mother whale brought her calf up. She would actually get underneath and lift the calf up so we could touch it more.
Oh, wow.
What do you think of these guys that go and kill the whales for their blubber? And
I'd like to tell you what I think of them.
What do you think about people who club baby seals?
I'd like to club them.
Right. Oh, I can't wait till we win.
No, but Howard,
we're going to start clubbing people.
Oh,
Howard,
fuck yeah, we are.
Howard, see, if you, we got to get closer. You got to come visit me in Mexico.
I know. We really do have to have a confab. Are we going to legalize marijuana? I hope.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't smoke.
Yeah, absolutely. Though we need to make the money. It creates jobs. It creates everything. It helps the economy.
What a great! You know what? We're just going to win on that issue alone. We're going to create so many jobs with pot.
Yeah.
And let's legalize every drug.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'm behind that.
But I don't want to put them like in 7-Eleven stores. You have to go to the proper place.
Absolutely, liquor store.
Well, if it's like heroin and things like that, I think you should have to go to like a medical clinic.
Okay, fine.
Because that way you at least get the addict in there and you can attempt to cure the addict.
Bro, I'm with you.
You know, the war on drugs is the most miserable failure that's ever been cost us.
Are we legalizing prostitution? I'm for that too.
Sure.
Why not?
The only reason prostitution's illegal is because of the money.
Right. I don't go to prostitutes, but I'll legalize it.
No, Howard, let me read you something in the back of my book here that'll...
my father never read to me. I feel like you're a father figure to me. The fact that you're reading to me.
Would you read to him every night when you're president?
Sure.
Would you come over to the vice president's place and read to me?
Listen to this for a moment,
By the way,
Howard.
can I just say something?
Yeah.
If I come visit you in Mexico, we're going to watch American TV.
Sure.
Good. Thank you.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Listen to this now.
Go ahead.
There's absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world.
Of course there isn't.
No, listen. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, 4th in labor force, and 4th in exports. Now, we lead the world in only 3 categories. You know what they are?
Go ahead, porn?
Nope. Number of incarcerated citizens per capita.
Wow.
We have more people, and we're supposed to be home of the brave, land of the free.
Right, go ahead.
We have more people in prison. The number of adults who believe angels are real. And finally, defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies.
Wow.
Can I say something? I think we're going to win. You're on fucking fire. You have never been this focused. This is just like right before you ran for governor of Minnesota. You're on fire, my friend.
I like the platform that's coming together.
I'm going to be the vice president of the United States.
Wow.
Well, you got to win. We got to win.
How are we going to get over the Jewish thing?
Just don't tell.
Shh. I'm really only half.
You know, why is religion even part of it?
Who knows? But you heard these creeps on the street?
That has nothing to do with any... Yeah, well, those are creeps on the street that don't even vote.
I'm not getting another nose job. I'm sorry, Governor.
You don't have to. You mean you had one?
I'm going to be... Well, I had a little, just a little bit. I couldn't breathe too good. That was what it was about. Come on, Robin.
And you know what else, Howard? I don't even want you to cut your hair.
I'm not cutting my hair, and neither should you.
And neither should you.
You know, George Washington had a beautiful hair.
Well, actually, whenever I run, I shave my head.
Oh, is that right?
Why? Yeah. Why are we doing that? Too psychological?
It just gets me in a more warrior attitude.
Intimidate people. You know what movie you should be in? Those Sylvester Stallone movies where he...
The Expendables?
No, you wouldn't do it?
No, you know why? They've never asked me, but I don't think I would do it anyway because I find it rather humorous when 65 and 70-year-old guys are doing action films. Come on. We got The Rock. We got Dwayne Johnson. There's a new generation of action
friends with The Rock?
stars.
Are you friends
I respect him very much because I used to wrestle his father, Rocky Johnson.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and he is whenever he comes to Minnesota for any publicity thing, he always takes time and said, "Say hello to the governor for me."
You miss wrestling at all on any level?
You miss the crowds.
Yeah,
you know, in that part.
Fun.
But I've been out of it now, Howard. Believe it or not, for 23 years, so it's a vague memory. You know, I left
you got
in
out of
1990.
it. You got out of it pretty well intact. I mean, a lot of guys
fairly
don't.
well. I got a new hip.
Yeah, huh?
You know,
does it feel any different than having your old hip?
Well, I had the new technique at the time. It's called hip resurfacing. They don't cut the femur bone. They cut you, they dislocate it, they clean up the ball and socket, cover you with carbon titanium steel, and put you back together.
No pain?
I didn't even use painkiller.
Are you able to do everything pretty much that you want to do?
Well, put it this way: I do 7 miles every morning on the elliptic machine.
Right.
And I do my record for 6 miles is 50 minutes 59 seconds, which is an 8:35 mile on an elliptic machine for 6.
What do you bench?
I haven't lifted weights for 4 months now. I stopped. I don't lift heavy anymore.
Me neither. I bench 95.
That makes you get bigger, and I don't want to get bigger, so I do 20 reps and lighter weights now when I lift weights. I'll start weights coming up because golf ended.
I don't want to brag. I do 10 reps at 95 pounds.
That's pretty good, Howard.
Yeah.
And I used to do, let's see, in my prime.
Yeah, what was the most you ever benched?
The most I ever benched was 440.
Oh.
Wow. 440. Good God.
No, that ain't. There's guys that do 500-600.
Oh, my God.
For reps, I would tell you, like you did 10 reps at 95.
Yeah.
My best 10 reps, I think, was 315 for 10.
What, did you juice?
A little bit at one time.
Steroids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
can't lift that much.
No. I took testosterone.
Oh, yeah?
Which is a male hormone. Which your body already has. You just give yourself an overabundance of it.
Yeah, because, I mean, you jacked out of your skull.
Well, yeah.
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 I take estrogen.
You know
that's
what's
why I'm only
interesting?
benching 95.
Wait, here's an interesting thing. You know this whole steroids and baseball stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been there 20, 30 years. Why did the federal government in the early 90s come after pro wrestling? They indicted Vince McMahon and going to put him in jail.
Why?
For steroid use.
Right.
When wrestling's a show.
Yes.
So why?
Because I don't know. Why aren't they indicting Bud Selig like they did Vince McMahon? It's a double standard.
That's what I'm saying.
Double standard.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Yep.
A-Rod, how come they didn't go after him when he was at the height of his powers? Isn't it just like the Yankees just don't want to pay him the rest of his salary? See, I'm starting to think like you.
Yeah.
Huh?
There you go.
Where's the book
there's an
publisher?
old thing. There's an old thing, if you remember, from All the President's Men when Deep Throat, follow the money, Howard.
Right.
That'll anything in government, follow the money.
Well, we are going to be such a team. Have you given any thought to our cabinet?
Not yet.
No.
I got our chief of staff though, because I'll use the same one I had as governor, and he's already agreed that he'll come.
Secretary of State. Who are we looking at?
I don't know.
Let me throw some water on this.
Hey.
For a moment.
We got it, Howard.
Don't piss on our parade.
Howard, you got to be. We have to concentrate on winning. When we win, then we'll worry about that other shit.
Exactly.
No. You have to worry. Here you talk about what you think is the Illuminati and all of this other stuff. How are they going to let you guys run government?
Because we're not in any party.
Well, how can they stop us?
Right. What are they going to do?
If we win,
I got the media. I control the media.
You're telling me. You think
shut up, Robin. You're rooting the fun here. I'm all
So
charged
what you're
up.
saying, Robin, is this time they'll kill both of us?
Yes.
Oh, I'm out. Can you guarantee my safety? Ignore Robin. What is it, Dan? What, do you want to piss some on our parade, too?
Well, not to throw water on you like Robin did, but what I got to ask, and good morning, Governor,
Hi.
Your Grace. What I have to ask is the spoiler effect. What is going to happen when you split the liberal vote? Because you're going to draw more of the liberals away.
What are we going to do about
Democrats.
that?
Good.
Yeah, we like that.
Well, see, here's what
the pace is wet dreams.
That's nonsense, because when I ran in Minnesota, I split their vote there because I'm fiscally conservative, which makes you a Republican on the fiscal side.
Yeah, dude, by the way, we're fiscally conservative.
That's right.
Yeah.
We believe in less government. We believe in less government intervention.
Right. What parts of the government are we cutting?
The Department of Education.
Out the window.
Out the window. You don't need it. Well, and I'll tell you why. The states can handle it.
Right.
What do you need a federal Department of Education for?
Yeah.
And if the states don't keep up, that's their fault.
Right.
If it's up to the states. See, I'm a great believer in turning over a lot of power. Let the states govern themselves.
What about Puerto Rico? What do we do with that?
Puerto Rico? No. I don't know. Hadn't thought about it.
Me neither.
Nobody ever brought it up to me for a while. But, I mean, for all those people out there that, how could we do any worse than what you got in there right
shit now. Give us a shot.
Shit right now.
That's our campaign slogan. You got shit now, so why not take us?
And not only that, at least you'll know Howard and I aren't owned by anybody.
That's right.
Where are you going to raise funds?
Although I'm for sale.
Hold it.
Right there. All Howard Stern would have to do is say to every listener in his
$100.
Not even that, 10.
10?
Send us $10 and let's see how much money we'd get.
Right.
All right.
So send us $10. We're done.
He's thought about it all. I just want to make sure everything's covered.
that way, like when I ran for governor of Minnesota, I took no PAC money, no special interest money, and I never met with a lobbyist for 4 years. I banned them. Because why?
Yeah.
All I did was accept $50 donations from citizens.
Exactly.
That don't buy you much influence.
Hansy, do you support this ticket?
I have a little reservation. I kind of believe there's a conspiracy with you two. See, I believe there's an Illuminati, but I believe there's a good side and there's an evil side, and I already believe that you guys are protected. Nothing's going to happen to you guys. You guys are the leaders of your own secret society. You see,
exactly.
Well, if that's true, where the hell have they been? I haven't seen any society around me. Nobody follows me around.
By the way, I know Hansy. He looks like if I took you, hit you in the head with the bat 900 times, that's what Hansy looks like. Just imagine that.
All right.
All right, Hansy, thank you for the call.
Yo, hold on.
What?
Oh, there he is. There's Hansy.
I'll talk to you afterwards, so put me back on hold.
All right, I'll talk to you after the governor leaves.
Okay.
He's not going to put up with your bullshit. This guy's out of his mind. Listen, Governor, we could talk all day. Yeah. I love that we're running. I love that we're going to...
Well, Howard, I gave you my phone number and you never called.
Well, listen, what are you, a chick? You're nagging me.
We got to talk.
We do have to talk.
Yep.
You know what it is? I'm having a hard time deciding. Jesse Ventura's book, They Killed Our President, 63 Reasons to Believe There Was a Conspiracy to Assassinate JFK, is in stores now. Consider yourself lucky to have this book in the stores. A lot of people are trying to prevent this book from actually seeing the light of day.
Yeah.
Future President Jesse Ventura will be signing copies of his book at the Bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey. Doesn't that song bring a chill to you? Huh?
Just
Are we going to have a
imagine
party?
that you get
makes
like
my
that.
wife cringe.
Oh, she's got to calm down.
She just cringes because I always sing it to her when I get it in my head. She cringes from it.